God damn that light. I want one.
Yes. What's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, and welcome back to another Sports Beast LiveCast. Cody coming in just in the nick of time, as usual. But also, not only is he here today, he is last week's chat MVP.
Let's go, baby!
If you want your name to replace his, just be active in the chat. That's all you got to do. That's all
Won't be hard. You want to compete with me today.
That's very true.
I'm going to hop on in.
We are calling the Eagles 49ers NFC Championship game today. Should be a heck of a game. So, while Cody gets his side of things set up, I guess I could have just reached over and touched the thing.
Oh, it's a fingerprint.
Oh,
there's a fingerprint. Nice.
Yeah. So let's get your chat for a second. Two high-powered and flashy offenses battle it out in the NFC Conference Championship. Winner gets a shot to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Can the Eagles soar over the Niners today? Or will Mr. Irrelevant continue to make history? 49ers, Eagles, kickoff coming soon. All right, let's welcome in, obviously, the chat MVP. Cody, thank you for being the chat MVP last week, since you couldn't make it.
Happy to be there, even though I wasn't there.
You got to contribute somehow.
That was creepy. Right, that was creepy. You got a ghost in here, cuz?
Cody's going to put a poll up in Facebook. Who do you think's going to win the game? Is it going to be the new and improved, completely different than it was at the beginning of the year, 49ers, Or is it going to be the beast of a team that's been consistent all year round in the Eagles? Like I said, should be a good matchup. On the way down, I did see the bet, or the spread. I don't know why I said bet. The spread is, what, Eagles 2.5?
2.5 or 3, depending on where you go. I got it locked in at 3 right now at Eagles. Let's go.
I'm not comfortable about the spread, but I would take the over-under. I think it was, 45.5? I think is what it was.
I'm not right on the site, so.
I forget what it was, but whatever.
44.5, 45. Like I said, it's going to fluctuate what time you locked it in and what sports betting site you're on.
I would be taking the over in this one. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm
taking the under in this one.
You think it's going to be
Well, I was also 0-4 on totals last week, too, so it's 4-0 on spreads, 0-4 on totals.
Looks like San Francisco will be kicking off to the Eagles, and it's underway.
He gets it about the 5. He's running straight forward. 20, 25, 30, tripped up, roughly about the 33-yard line. Eagles will have it. Is that Boston Scott on the return? I got a couple parlays. I got a 4-leg action parlay in this game, however you say that. 4-legged horse in a parlay race.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm not hip with the lingo in today's world, but a couple boosters today. I did want to label. I don't know why they label them as future or prop, because it was literally 2 hours in the future. But had to have Philly winning by 3. The under 45.5 hitting. Darius Slay has to have an interception or more. Miles Sanders having over a 49 rushing yards, and Christian McCaffrey also 58 rushing yards or more. So first pass goes out to A.J. Brown for a roughly 5-yard catch, bringing it to the 40-yard line. Okay.
And we do got to mention this is what Cody likes to call a companion product, is what we produce. If you don't like the commentary that ESPN or Fox or whoever's spitting out, mute that. Put us on. You got to sync your TVs up, obviously, but
a 5 or 10 second desync on our part. That's all you got to do. You can keep your TVs live. The ball gets hiked. Hurts is in shotgun. Hands it off to Miles Sanders. Straight ahead. Gets roughly 7 yards. And that'll add to that 50-yard total I need. $3 payout. If I get this parlay, it's a $231 payout. So all this,
nice.
Same game. Focus on this a lot, really. I mean, that's my highest bet payout. So.
And we do have a 49er down on the field. Unfortunately, it's Fred Warner.
Oh.
The big playmaker on defense is taking some time to get up. And it doesn't look like a bad hit. He just hits the shoulder pad of the running back and stays down for a little while. And our first commercial.
Julian Edelman in this one. Want to do play-by-play of the commercials?
Well, let's do it.
I don't know who that chick is, but...
I was wondering, because I wasn't looking at the TV. Julian Edelman in this one. He signed it for one day.
I do have another booster separate from the parlay I already mentioned for big bucks. This one's a short win. Any player on San Francisco versus Philadelphia to have 125 receiving yards. I just need one person to blow up. Give me a Kittle or Ayuk, A.J. Brown.
100. I thought you said 25.
I mean, it's a boost, so you get, what was it? It was probably like plus 250 on that one. Not a bad one. The only other boost I have is Philly having the over at 45.5 and Hurts having 60 or more rush yards on the day. That's a plus 500 boost right there. I could not say no to that. I think they're both going to happen anyways.
So I thought you said you were taking the under.
Oh no, I am taking the under. You're right. So this one will just be. I'm betting it's a low risk one. So if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I mean, like I said, I got the under wrapped up in that one, and the big parlay, the 5-legged parlay. It's a big one. But ultimately, I do have the Eagles in the under hitting. Under 46.5.
This is what I want to do next year. I want to
get more into the betting side.
side.
It's blowing up big right now. I got random people at work coming up to me that I didn't even know like sports.
Well,
who you betting on today? I'm like, I don't know. There's nobody playing that I like. You guys just bet to bet?
Tuesday.
Which I did hear this scam that people are opening up fake sports betting bookie sites and literally releasing lines after the results are already out there. It's just people aren't smart enough to know what they're betting on.
So we need to figure out what those scams are.
And lock in those wins, yeah. As if people were making hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, I mean, a lot of this shit will be... The kinks will come.
Yeah, welcome to the legal...
Yeah.
The legal betting.
The kinks will come.
Looks like Fred Warner walked off to the tent, and we'll see what happens to him throughout the game.
1st and 10. Only 1 minute passed, and they're nearly at the midfield, 46-yard line. Hurts in shotgun. Goddard in motion to the left. Sanders back there with him. Ball snapped. Fake handoff. He steps back, looking to his left. Breaks a tackle. Dallas Goddard on the side. Only about a 2 or 3 yard gain, but could have been worse.
So let's take a look at this Eagles lineup real quick. Not necessarily the lineup, but a little bit of recent history. In the regular season, they were 9th in total passing yards. They were top 10 in almost every category. 5th in total rush yards, and 2nd in total points in general. And I think like 3rd or 4th in points per game, even.
High-powered offense. That's all you had to say right there. Hurts drops back. He steps up. He's feeling the pressure. He scrambles out right. He's got a man spy in. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and he's out right there. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Good job by the 49ers. 91 on San Francisco. Great job getting out to the left, making sure Hurts can't outrun him to the corner.
Yep.
Great job just squaring him up, forcing him on the sideline.
And Travarius Ward from keeping him from going any farther.
Great defense by the 49ers already today. Main reason I took the under. You just can't deny this defense. But the argument is this Eagles offense, which he's already mentioned. Shotgun. A little change at the play. Reset. Ball snapped. Quick dish. Oh, it's short. Shoestring grab by A.J. Brown. Let's review that one because I don't think anyone's seen it.
It was crazy. It looked like a bad throw. It looked like a tipped pass. And then it looked like, who knows if he caught it. Beautiful.
Dre Greenlaw getting in Hurts' face quick, blowing it up, but A.J. Brown there to save it. That's what's scary about this offense. Even with 2 seconds to throw it and less, they pull something out of their behinds. Shotgun snap goes nowhere. It's a handoff to Miles Sanders.
Kevin Givens getting in quick and getting Miles Sanders down real fast.
I deserve $1 for that one. What the hell is this?
We'll talk about that later.
I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even notice it. Thought it was a decoration.
Taking that $1 away already, though. Yeah, that's decoration.
In shotgun, Sanders back there to his right with him. A.J. Brown at the bottom of your screen, 2nd and 10. Ball hiked. He has time, gets pressured, thinks about running, he doesn't. Scrambles to the right.
Ooh.
Ball is intercepted, but the ref signals out of bounds first. Again, great defense by the San Fran, forcing another 3rd and long.
Hufanga could have had it.
Who?
Hufanga.
Who?
Oh my God.
Hufanga!
I'd tell you his first name, but I have no idea.
Yep. I don't know if I want to try.
I've tried it like 4 times before. I'm like, okay.
That's when you want to Google.
Not saying his last or first name.
Lone man in shotgun, Hurts. 2-man to the left, 2-man to his right. 3rd and 10. 42-yard line. He looks back. He's getting pressured already. Gets the pass off. Midfield to Goddard. Not enough for a first, but this should force it to a manageable 4th attempt.
Oh, 4th and 3, and that was Hufanga again.
4th and 3. Offense staying out there. Ballsy move by Sirianni.
I like this, though. You know what your offense can do. You know you can produce yards.
Do you want to start off with a 50-plus yard field goal in the first drive? You know what I mean? Yeah. I like the call. I like the call. 4th and 3. Let's keep the ball moving. Low man and shotgun. Quez Watkins in motion. Crosses the center. Takes a spot in the slot. The ball is snapped. He's looking. He's scrambling. He scrambles to his left. He's looking, directing. Throws deep. He's got a man wide. It's A.J. Brown, baby. No, it's not. It's Devonta Smith. One-handed snag.
Wow.
Turning completely around.
I thought it was just going to be just out of reach.
Oh, beautiful. Gets the shoulder. Clearly comes down inbounds. I don't know why they're hurrying it up. It looked like it was clean, but they hurry up the play anyways. He's looking, got plenty of time. Looks like half the people are confused. All day to throw it, and it's still incomplete.
Wow.
Targeting Gainwell.
He had 6 weeks in that pocket.
It looked like half the people didn't know the play started. There was no urgency on the defensive pressure. Look at that catch by Devonta Smith.
Wow.
That's impressive. Impressive ball placement, too, because if that's any deeper, it's a risk of interception over the safety. Ward on the coverage. Gets to him, and they're reviewing it because it looks like he had it the whole way. I don't know why they were acting like it was a possible no catch.
I think they were just looking at it multiple times.
Okay.
It was a beautiful catch.
Eagles 1st and goal. Ball at the 7-yard line. It's a handoff up the middle. It's Miles Sanders for the touchdown. And that's going to add to the plus 50 yards. Let's go, baby. Let's make some money today.
Simple plays. I love simple plays that work so well.
Opening drive. Took a lot of guts.
Yeah.
We've seen the explosive offense from the Eagles, but we also seen a little bit of the stiflingness from the 49ers as well. This is going to be a great game.
Absolutely. The aggressiveness pays off early.
It does. Like I said, ballsy move. But in hindsight, you don't convert that. You're flipping it on the 30. So, I mean, a punt doesn't give you much more. It's all about measuring it out. The extra point is good for the first leg action attempt. Oh, I call it leg action after. That was my catchphrase.
Leg action after.
Leg action after is the 1 point. The leg action points is the 3-pointer. That's the big ones.
Get the extra leg. So Philly taking it up. First drive, first score, 7-0.
Crazy. By the end of this, I'm going to need another coffee. Well, what I thought was looking like a good under bet quickly turns around. No, the Eagles just let you know. They let you. They let the league know that the best defense in the league is going to have trouble stopping this offense.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I said it's going to be two high-powered offenses going head-to-head. I have no problem, or would have no problem, taking that over.
Nice. Nice. You took it. I think that's going to be my most iffiest one that I'm going to think about this whole game. Like, fuck, they may screw me over on a decent amount of them taking the under on this game. But like I mentioned last week, I had the over on every single game. Lost every one of them. So
I'm done picking the over.
I went in with a little bit of caution. I was like, I should be 50-50 at least. Nope. But certain sports betting sites let you adjust the line. So if you didn't like Philly winning by 3 and you thought, say a Phillies fan was like, this is going to be a blowout. They have no offense. Purdy struggles until he gets into the late game. And then it's more so Shanahan mixing up something. If you think that, then you think that. But I would have extended this Phillies to 6. Plus 6. I think they're going to win by 6 or more. Yeah. And that would have given me a plus more to my bet. I would have won more. Yeah. That's something we can create between ourselves as well. Like, we're talking about a matchup we disagree about. Yeah. All right, you going to give me 6 points on it? You going to give me 6 points on that one? Like, it's just easy. And only certain bets I've seen where you can manipulate it, and they will give you what they think.
That is a good idea, though.
Yeah. To where other ones, it's just locked and set. Do you want it or don't you? It's just something I wanted to bring up to you for sure, because if you're going to be getting into it, it'll just dabble a little bit more fun in it. Oh, did you see that left foot? Did you see that left foot?
Ball? It's out.
What? I didn't see the ball. I see the left foot.
The ball pops out.
The amazing catch by Devonta Smith was an incompletion.
Not only the amazing catch, the 7 points they have on the board right now.
Would have turned it around. This is going to be talked about by every 49ers fan out there.
Can you imagine?
And that's ultimately the league not slowing it down. They knew the Eagles wanted to run quickly right after. That right away should have flagged them to the refs like, all right, if they're doubting themselves, maybe we should doubt them.
And this kickoff goes back to the end zone for a touchback, and we are going to see Mr. Irrelevant himself, Brock Purdy, come into the NFC Championship game.
There we go. The main man we're highlighting here is Christian McCaffrey. We need those yards.
I don't care what you're writing about. If this isn't a story you're already writing about him, just simply playing this game.
My 11-year-old asked what they're going to do next year with him.
You keep him.
Yeah.
All right, we got two receivers. San Fran going left to right on your screen, and he'll fire it over the middle, number 95. Look like for a gain of 85, George Kittle.
Kittle, the big man.
I had a question about him. Has he ever special refereed in a wrestling match? Tell me that wouldn't be sweet.
I feel like he would in a heartbeat.
He would in a heartbeat. That's what I'm saying.
He's an insanely big fan of pro wrestling.
We need to make this happen because I don't watch wrestling, but I would watch that.
Whoever has his number out there, get a hold of us. Stat.
2nd and 1. Got a man in motion moving to the top of your screen. Nope, he's moving down to the bottom now. Huge check. Handoff. Can he get the first down? Looks like he'll fall short. And Christian McCaffrey, probably the best trade of his life.
Turned his career around.
Absolutely.
Career trajectory, I should say. 3rd and 1.
Looks like they'll go quick. Another handoff up the middle. McCaffrey fighting for extra yards. Let's see where the spot is. He'll get the first down, move the chains.
Dog's going to eat, and I think that's just what they're going to do. They're going to keep it on the ground. They got Debo. They got McCaffrey. They got tons of weapons. Ayuk can run it. A couple reverses.
Speaking of, if it shows up, let's take a look. Since the first start, Brock Purdy 5-0 in his last 5 regular games of the season. He's 2-0 in postseason games, obviously, still in the playoffs. 49ers on a 12-game win streak. And since the trade, 184 rushes of McCaffrey, 900 yards, 60 receptions, 503 yards, 10 touchdowns. And we'll go straight from that graphic and bring in postseason penalty Pete for the first time today.
Give me the Pete boy and free my soul.
They're just taking their sweet old time announcing this.
Oh, yeah.
Offsides on the defense. Give San Francisco some yards.
Penalty decline. First down.
I feel like you should have your ref shirt on.
I was literally just thinking about that. Like, if I have a ref hat here and you call
just
Pete
put
out.
it on, yeah.
I'm doing it.
Awesome.
I'm doing it. I'm going to go order me a ref hat.
So, a little bit more yardage for San Francisco now. McCaffrey moving to the top of the screen. Handoff. Debo for a gain of 3 yards.
Eagles back in the box right now.
Is just a Swiss Army knife of how they use people.
Yes.
Because
Shanahan,
they'll throw McCaffrey on the edge and use him as a receiver. Obviously, Debo the last couple of years has been used as a running back. Quarterback if he's got to. Like, just insane what they can do with their players.
This Eagles defense is no slouch, though. Darius Slay, I got him to get 1 interception or more. That's a bet.
Ball on the 50. And again.
Purdy, pressure! Is it Darius Slay? Oh.
Ball gets hit at the line, and you got the big man trying to run it back like he didn't pick it up off the ground.
He literally picked it up off the ground, put it in his player's hand. The player handed it back, and then he tried to take off running. I thought I had manifested something right there.
You got to adjust an insane amount of pressure. Brock Purdy hit when he throws. Ball gets jarred loose.
It was coming forward, so it will stand as an incompletion.
Almost intercepted.
Almost. The fumble was not nowhere near close, but
Yeah. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 6, and they're going to look at this. His arm wasn't going
it's
forward.
not coming forward. It would look like it was sitting on the shelf. Not coming forward, that's for sure. The ball got propelled forward by his wrist after the contact.
So it looks like the Eagles are going to be taking over.
Wow. A game, 2 drives, 2 very crucial calls. One was already missed. Are they going to miss this one too?
Well, it's a challenge. They're challenging it.
Oh,
Sirianni
okay.
So, first of all, good on him for being aggressive already. Second, for
Sirianni.
noticing, hey, that's a fumble. The big man was right.
Yes. But I think what the league should do is let it stand to kind of balance the scales on giving them 7 points.
We kind of missed the last one.
Right? This is a makeup call.
Just have to announce it.
Eagles, first down. I think that's what they do. Own up to what they mess up. I don't think they should do what I just recommended. They're literally influencing the game at that point. But in the moment, in the heat of the moment, tell them, like, hey, we messed up. We apologize. We're not taking points off.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Hey, we missed that call. Drop those 7 points.
Drop those 7. We'll go into deliberation during halftime.
Well,
See if we can salvage 3 points out of
We
it.
decided we'll give you 3.5.
Yeah. We heads that and drive. This would be a crazy league.
Oh, God. Wow. Before we go any farther, if you want to sponsor the show, obviously, it's what we do here. We can do some live reads, or we can do some pre-recorded video ads, if that's what you want to call it. It's pretty much a win-win for both situations. You sponsor us, and we will reach about 7-8 people. So, if you want some 7-8 new customers, come to us. You can always send us a message if you do. sportsbeast@yahoo.com, or hit us up on the Sports Beast Facebook page.
It's just a guarantee. We grow. Your guys' name is out there.
It ain't gonna always be 7-8. Sometimes it's 9.
Right? I mean, we have our highs, but we've got our lows too.
Also, if you like gaming, if you're a gamer, want to watch somebody game, sorry, yes, it is.
Fumble?
Overturned. It is a fumble.
Wow.
Philly takes over. But
Pays
like I was
off.
saying, if you do want to watch somebody game, you can always check out the Graveyard on Facebook and YouTube. Plays a ton of games, put out a bunch of content. It's always a good time over there, so make sure you're showing him some love as well. But back to the action. Philly will take over with very good field position. I think they were about the 45? Yep, they'll be on the 44.
Ball snapped, a fake handoff, fake keep with Hurts. Instead, it gets handed off to Sanders on the right side. You want to take over? I want to share this real fast before I forget. I already forgot at the beginning. I didn't share it to Twitter.
2nd and 9 for the Eagles now. Another first for Brock Purdy, his first career fumble.
First career fumble.
Dude's impressive. I don't care who you are. Dude, you gotta love how he's playing right now. Very tight line. Looks like you have Sanders to Jalen Hurts' left. Fake handoff by him. A little bit of pressure coming in. All day in the pocket, and it'll be thrown up the middle to the 50-yard line to Jack Stoll. that his name? Jack? I think it is. Yes. If that was Tom Brady, he'd have been like, well, that was my elbow. It forced it forward. That's a throw.
Would have created a whole new rule. All right, we're back in the action. Well, I'm back in the action. Hurts, lone man in shotgun, man in motion. It is Gainwell going back there with him now. No longer a lone man. 3rd and 4. He switches him from his left to his right. The ball's hiked. It's handoff up the middle.
Pressure comes in big.
Great defense. Stuffing him. Almost in the backfield. Ultimately, no gain, bringing up 4th down, and we'll get our first punt of the day.
Bad for Philly, good for us. Get a little bit of them. Let me redo that. Get a little bit of leg action up in here.
A literal frog in the throat.
That sentence jumped everywhere.
Jumped everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Kern kicks it. He pops it up to about the 5 and so close to rolling up at the 1 instead of to roll into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Punt returner kind of fooled Sanders on that play.
Yeah.
Because he had it all day.
He was waiting for fair catch. It looked like it was going right to him, but it was 5 yards deeper. Ultimately could have got him deep in their own territory, but now it's average. I don't like average.
Is this a movie?
Goodness. And I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, what? It's a Super Smash Bros. Movie. I know it. It's the only thing that makes sense. Why would Donkey Kong be fighting Mario?
Oh, they are in like a coliseum.
Yeah, Super Mario. Oh, I was wrong.
It's not. They probably couldn't name it that, though.
Probably for rights, yeah. But it looked like if anyone has ever played Super Smash Bros., it looked like they just made a movie out of it. It looks pretty cool, not gonna lie.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
It almost looked like it was made by the same people who made that Seth. Was it Seth Rogen?
Oh, the Sausage Party?
Yes, at first.
The good. It doesn't look as raunchy as that, for sure.
Well, no, it's just the way they came out of the gate with the colors. And
yeah, it was great looking CGI for being a kids movie too, and it looked like you had a lot of different Nintendo characters so far. Donkey Kong, Mario.
Yeah, that'll be cool. This ain't sports related, but I'm watching that.
And it looks nice. That's what we can do to your commercials, guys. Hype them up.
That's assuming they're even playing the same commercials. Because I'm sure it's different depending on where you live.
It might be. Because it's got to be somewhat localized.
Yeah, because you think Fox 8 is... They basically just set up this big thing. Like, say you don't got a Wendy's in your area. That's not true, but...
I was going to say...
But like if it's like an In-N-Out commercial. Like, we wouldn't have that.
Mm-mm.
But they would in San Francisco and all over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could advertise to us. We might want to drive 3,000 miles.
Let's do it.
Let's
make a video out of it. You guys are coming with us. Oh my God.
What?
I just got to end that poll. Look.
How winning this game?
And the options are just yes or no.
Your polls are terrible.
My polls are awful. Yeah, guys, just let me know how winning this game, okay?
Yes or no? Jesus.
I'm putting up a new poll.
All right, new poll in the YouTube chat.
Who?
All caps.
Make sure you guys know. Who ain't how.
Who is winning this game?
So what?
And he is changing it. Eagles and Niners. All right, looks like you got a man in motion from San Francisco. 2 on the top of your screen. It'll be a handoff. Christian McCaffrey will take it. He'll get past the 20, out to the 24.
So far, 1 score, 1 good drive in this first quarter, and that drive should have been null.
You do have Josh Johnson out there, who's the backup to Purdy. Purdy, right there, walking down the sidelines. Probably getting that elbow looked at.
Or his agent is on the phone with him. You're not throwing another pass until we get paid, boy.
So 2nd and 6. Second play for this new quarterback. Man in motion moving down to the bottom of your screen. And he'll be
Blown
dropped
up
behind the line of scrimmage. How did the Eagles have the ball? Like, was he taken down before he gave up the ball?
This could be an Eagles ball. Let's look at the replay.
It's like they hugged each other and somehow the Eagles came out with it.
Hassan Reddick with a strip, but as they go to the ground, they share the ball, which goes to the offense. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, clearly his butt's on the ground.
Yeah.
He still has his hands on the ball.
I don't think it's enough to give Eagles the ball, but a great play. Jennings supposed to be the main blocker. Reddick just splits it.
Eagles are just doing everything to touch the ball.
3rd and 15. It looks like
Looks
a partial dead play. I was gonna say half the people are standing around.
A little bit of...
What would have been a quick screen over to Debo. A delay a game, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Delay a game. Pete, welcome back.
Heather took the Niners. You fool!
Yeah, I like the. Well, they're not looking great right now, but I do like. Brock Purdy ain't in there though.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. You're also on your 4th string quarterback now.
2 receivers at the bottom. It'll be handed off. Christian McCaffrey right up the middle, getting a bunch of yards back. Looked like two yards shy of the first down.
I counted 2 missed tackles and what should have been an unsportsmanlike.
Absolutely.
On the Eagles.
Laying on the ground, you're still ripping it out as you're standing up. That is so
just
dumb.
Unnecessary actions to try to assert your dominance when he just gained fucking 17 yards on your defense.
So it'll be leg action from San Fran's side of the ball now. What's this guy's name? Wishanowski.
I was just about to say something ski.
I was thinking like Kirkakowski. Like that's not
Kirkakowski.
Close.
Mike Wazowski. Back to return. Bounces at the 40. Rolls to the 30. They're still waiting. There's going to be a fist fight down there. They don't hurry up and call it dead. And there's a flag. There's a lot of shoving.
Probably on San Fran, though.
This ref may just be mad at the fact that he had to throw his hat and show off his bald spot. Did you see that? Glaring upon those helmets. In a sea of helmets, we're going to see a bald head, that's for sure.
That's number 97, Nick Bosa, being tended to on the sidelines.
Oh, the Bosa brothers imploding this year. Joey Bosa had his implosion with the Chargers.
Yep, there it is, Eagles.
Unsportsmanlike? Yep. Should have happened last play. They called it this play. It's just going to get... They're just going to keep chipping and chipping until these refs start throwing those types of flags.
I get you want to be aggressive and compete, but it's not being retaliated. Like, Niners aren't going down there and starting stuff to try to get you to retaliate.
They're doing things
that's you trying to start
that's
stuff.
Doing nothing, but it's not getting in the head. They're laying on the ground. They know it's a punt already. You rip the ball out of their hand unnecessarily. You're doing nothing but giving off anger emotions. So It's not like fired up, like, let's go, baby. You're just ripping the ball out of his hand for no reason. I don't know how to describe that. It's like playground bully level type stuff. Kittle, seeing his first commercial. Seeing him in this commercial for Adobe Express. Next week, we'll be seeing him ref a match for the AEW or WCW.
ECW, is that still around? I think it is.
Maybe. There's a bunch of
something
W's.
And NTW? I don't know. I don't remember.
NXT?
NXT,
yeah. There's a bunch of different ones, and it looks like they're all over the place. I mean, that's a good thing. You don't have one major guy controlling it all. We like that. But also, where do the fans go every other day? Do they air at the same time and compete with each other truly like that, or is it different days? And
you would assume it's different days.
That's an interesting question about that concept. Like, obviously, they're competing entertainment businesses, but do you want to compete with them the same hours and see who's head-to-head better? or just be like, all right, we'll let them take Wednesday, we'll take Thursday.
I think it's like college basketball, and professionals. You have your Saturdays that you normally play on. You get your Sundays because they have pulled people up from NXT and like the small. It's basically like what do you call those?
A mashup.
No, what do you call the lower ones? Like basketball.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of the name.
What is the word? Semi-pro and stuff like that type of things. They're not as professional. They're still professional, but not as professional.
Yeah, what do they call it? It's like the Cleveland Charge.
It's like minor leagues.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But yeah, I actually know people that came from our town, Ashland, where we came out of, that are in a couple minor league pro wrestling stuff.
Nice.
Impressive. I mean, keep doing it, keep chasing your dreams. I'm not a fan of all of it, but I mean, tons of fans of it. That's in general. Hurts in shotgun. Man back there with him. Didn't know who it was, but it's ultimately a short pass over to A.J. Brown, and he'll take it and run for the first. Oh! And a flag's definitely going to be thrown there as Job gets thrown to the ground.
Looked like it was on Job.
No, Job was getting his face mask ripped off.
But he didn't throw the flag until he retaliated.
That's true.
They're not going to respot the ball anyway.
Who did that? On defense, I couldn't see it.
Anyway. He spun way too fast.
Oh, yeah. 1st and 10, another Hurts and shotgun. Turns to his right, and it's another short A.J. Brown pass. This one only goes for 2 yards. 1, actually.
It's kind of funny right after I say, you don't see San Francisco out there starting stuff. He just whips him around.
That's all it's going to do. You chip, and then they chip. You chip harder, they chip harder. It does nothing but get flags on the field.
Yeah.
These are the types of plays that makes coaches want to scream in your face. We're doing everything else but just keep our cool. It's a football game. Go out there and play. You guys want to fight in the parking lot later? Go ahead. But right now, let's play. Hurts, lone man and shotgun. 2nd and 9. Trips to the left.
Pressure
it doesn't matter. As Hurts tries to sneak.
Fred Warner coming in unblocked off the sideline.
Coming out of the tent and into the backfield.
Wow.
Bringing up a 3rd and long. Oh, he bobbled the snap. That's why he took off running. Wish he would have got more yards. I need 60 from you, dude. Bringing up another 3rd and long. I want to see the conversion rate, but I do believe it's about half right now. 2 for 4 for 3rd and long. 1, they shouldn't have picked up, but they did. Hurts in shotgun. Got Gainwell back there with him. Trips to the right, and the ball's blown dead. It'll probably be a timeout on the Eagles with the play clock sitting at 4 and nobody ready.
So nobody looked comfortable in that play. 20 seconds left to go in this first quarter. So far, it looks like Eagles making all the plays, but it's still a 7-0 game. One score.
It's insanely within reach. Purdy looks like he's back out there slinging the ball, warming up. I don't know what he injured or what it was getting looked at, but he looks good right now.
You would assume from that hit.
Usually it is from those types of hits. When you're getting caught up on the shelf of your pass, it can screw up your rotator cuff for sure. Rotator cuff or elbow, one of those. 20 seconds left in the first. Eagles up 7-0. Ball's at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 9. Hurts in shotgun. Has Gainwell back there with him. Got 2 receivers to his left. 1 at the top. It's A.J. Brown. Giving little signals. The ball's hiked. Good protection. Good protection. He throws deep. It's A.J. Brown on the right, and he's overthrown.
Threw him by a mile.
Had Trevarius Ward beat deep, but the ball slightly overthrown. If that's a catch, it may be a quick tackle. It may be housed. We don't know. But what we do know is that was overthrown for sure.
He had a full 4 foot in between. That would have been housed for sure.
Bosa limping. Looks like he's going in. I don't know, to the locker room. He's being escorted to the sideline. Usually when they escort him like that, they'll take a little jaunt to the locker room. Hurts, tons of protection, great protection. ultimately overthrown, brings up another punt. This one's going to go out of bounds at about the 30 to 35. Where's the ref going to stand? Pick a spot, dude. And then another
50-yard line.
Another flag. Looks like there's a fight on the field. This cameraman's got to get his priorities in action. What's going on? We don't want to watch a ref run around. We want to watch where the reason the flag was thrown. Looks like the kicker has something to say.
Yeah, he's like, I hit something.
Right.
What did you hit?
Maybe it hit the Jumbotron up at the top. That's been known to happen at other stadiums. I think Cowboys is a popular one for punters to hit there.
Do they have one there, though?
I don't know.
That's the question.
They're in Philly. They better have one.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of them have them on the ends.
Yeah, true.
I don't know their stadium enough. To have one in the middle is just dumb. Holding, looks like on the offense. It could today. Hands to the face kicking team.
Tacked on from where the spot of the ball, but then the ref looked confused as well. I think they're still ironing out some details. So right now, it looked like the punt went out at about the 30-35. You have illegal use of hands to the face. That's a 15 or 10. I'm not exactly sure. This should push it about midfield already. Best field position for the 49ers right now that they've had. If they're going to capitalize off any drive, it's going to be this one.
9 seconds to go and just a ton more waiting.
The wire. The kicker's saying it hit the wire.
Oh, it hit the wire.
Yep, the ref's out there just wandering around. He don't know what's going on, dude. He don't know where he is. He looks so confused.
But okay, if you can't re-kick this.
I don't know.
If that's the case, you re-kick the one in Dallas.
We're looking toward the refs, and they don't know where to look either. Where's Gene?
Somebody who's not me, just make a call.
Yeah, right?
That's what they want to know.
Make a call so we can make our call, okay? Elliott out there with a picket sign. He's part of the protesters this weekend, but it ain't for the cause you all think.
I mean, it's part of the game. It sucks that it hit the wire, but...
What are they going to do? Move the wire on?
Yeah.
Like now? Delay the game, move the wire?
Isn't that what it is? Like they can release the tension in it so that little sky can scoot in.
I do believe.
But either way, you're still punting.
But yeah, you got to think every single team has that opportunity to do that, unfortunately. Ball goes up. I didn't see it hit anything.
Punt, by the way.
I didn't see anything. Ball goes out at about the 40. So illegal use of hands to the face, 10 to 15.
That's two different plays. That's two different penalties. Hands to the face and illegal use of hands.
Oh, yeah. You know what I meant.
Illegal use of hands to the face holding.
They held their hands to their face illegally.
We have fake handoff. And it'll be caught over the middle by Debo.
Johnson's still in there, too.
He is. I just noticed that.
Ending the first quarter 7-0, but for the first time today, 49ers take it across the midfield. Or really close.
Yeah, I think they were close on the fumble.
But not quite.
They might have been at midfield on the fumble.
Jeez.
But either way, they need to show some signs of something. I don't even care if it's life.
Some offensive consistency. The defense, they shown that, one, if the Eagles want, they can score. I mean, granted, you want to say the flag was there, the non-catch was there, it should have been noticed, whatever.
But they were moving down before
Yeah,
that, so.
They were moving down. They were coming away with 3 or some type of points to begin with. But San Fran has also shown we can stop you multiple times.
Yep.
But now San Fran just has to show that they can move the ball without Purdy, which is a weird sentence to say. But
yeah, because they don't have too many quarterbacks.
Can San Fran do this without Mr. Irrelevant? Like they're on their 4th quarterback right now.
Out of all the quarterbacks they do have,
And you think it would just be the next man up mentality for anybody who steps into that shoe. But clearly Purdy's got enough behind him that 49ers value. They want Purdy back out there. They've had him warming up for the last 5 minutes since his injury.
But out of all the ones that they do have, I think I like Purdy the most.
I don't think we got enough sample size with Trey Lance. Garoppolo was on a 1-year deal. He won't be there. It will be Trey Lance or Purdy
When he
next
comes
year.
back, yeah.
But that's what Bryson was asking me, like, what's the future looking like for 49ers?
I think you trade Jimmy G.
He won't be there. He's on a 1 year. After this year, he's gone.
Agent?
Yeah.
Just let him go then.
Yeah. They can't re-sign him again. Like,
Unless you re-sign him and then try to trade him. That would be the only reason you re-sign him.
It would be a decent tactic, but nobody wanted him last year in free agency. That's why they picked him up at the very end. So he doesn't have a lot of trade value. I just think ultimately he won't be there. It'll be Lance or Purdy.
Yeah.
And right now, with what we've seen, you got to go with Purdy.
That's the only bad thing, though, is they put all their chips in with Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
And the second he's healthy, he's going back in.
Yeah, you almost have to go with Lance to keep true with our plan can still work.
Which sucks for Purdy because of the performance he's been putting on.
He's been impressive. If I was playing this as a video game, Purdy's coming in for me and staying in.
So that's where if you're Purdy himself, you're like, hey, I might have a shot to go play somewhere else. Maybe it ain't San Francisco.
This is the bad and good parts of the NFL because both people are young, deserve this starting spot, and somebody's going to be heartbroken at the end of it.
Yeah.
Next year, just hope they motivate each other and push each other to get that starting spot, and they both become better in the end.
All right, looks like they spot the ball at the...
In the Eagles' territory.
40, what is it, the 41?
Yeah, 41.
It'll be ran up the middle. Christian McCaffrey breaking over the...
Run CMC with a little bit of
45.
shaken baby syndrome at the end of that play. Jeez.
I didn't look. Who was the quarterback in that play?
I think they showed that because Purdy is back in.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's working out that
elbow?
that wrist.
It looks like they had
wrapping up the elbow.
they had a pad on the elbow. Oh, yeah. Did you see that bulky thing on his elbow?
No, I can't. Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Purdy's on the sideline, though.
Got a whole stretcher on that thing.
He does, too.
He's not out there. I apologize. I thought he was out there.
Still Johnson on the field. Line of scrimmage squeezed tight.
Debo in motion.
Moving up to the top of your screen. Now moving right to left. Johnson, and play gets blown dead again. Delay a game once again.
Plays like this got to kill Aaron Rodgers' soul. He lives off plays that should be ended but get extended. He lives off stuff like that. I bet every time he sees that play, he's like, oh. I would have scored a touchdown.
So the new quarterback in there, you kind of expect plays like this. Delay games, just simple penalties.
Just not
But they're
enough reps
hurt.
with the starters. That's all it is.
But they're going to hurt you. So you got huge check moving down to the bottom of your screen. Josh Johnson stepping up in the pocket, and he'll get rid of the ball.
Ooh, was his knee down before the ball was thrown? Knees were down is what I just heard, but what's the ref see?
Even they're like, yeah, because we know what they didn't see.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I did not see that. Ball was clearly...
It's almost popped out of his hip.
Yeah, ball was clearly out on the Devonta Smith catch, if you guys were
So
wondering.
second down. Yeah, if you were wondering 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet.
Second down, show me the yardage, and they are going to say he was down. Second and 20. Again, staying in the pocket, batted down by the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and I don't think I like that bat down because who was on the inside breaking?
Hargrave barely had to do anything. He stuck a hand up halfway, and he could have reeled it in.
Yeah, the Eagles' defense is really dialing up the pressure on this quarterback right now. They know Johnson's not used to it. Their cadence is going to be a little bit off, their rhythm. And right now, Eagles are sending a lot of pressure. Right now, they got 5 men on the line.
Receiver, top and bottom of your screen, and now 2 at the bottom. Step back. Looks like a little bit of a free play there. Wrangled by McCaffrey like it was fumbled again.
Free play, but on the free play, they got to Johnson and should have sacked him. Like, Eagles are dialing up the pressure. And it looks like a flag on San Fran. They look disappointed.
Johnson walking off the field. Illegal formation, but they let the play go on.
Yeah, decline because illegal formation won't stop the game, won't stop the play. But it's up to the defense if they want it to stand or take them negative yards. Either way for them, it's a punt.
Yeah, either way, this San Francisco offense still struggling.
That's a light implosion. You have the ball this deep in territory, right off rip, across midfield after the penalty, and you can't move an inch after penalties of your own.
Good kick all the way down to the 6-yard line.
That's rough for the 49ers.
See, I always thought on illegal formation they'd let you snap it, but then immediately blow it dead.
No.
Because, like, hey, it's your fault you hiked the ball illegally.
Right.
Formated.
The play they had come to formulate it was not looking pretty. 49ers had a chance. I think they blew it. If Eagles come out and score right now, this could be a huge momentum shift. I think they got to get Purdy back out there. You got a giant freaking makeshift splint on your elbow. But if it's possible, this could be win or go home for you. And I'm sure, being Mr. Irrelevant, knowing next year the quarterback ahead of him on the depth chart is going to be healthy as well, he's going to want to be in there. And if he can clutch it up and win the game, if you can be a hero, that'll earn you a lot of brownie points in that starting job.
Yes, it will.
What looked like it was going to be a good scoring game from the Eagles right off rip, it's been a defensive stalemate right now.
Yeah, that over that I said I was comfortable taking. Yikes.
Not so comfy. Yikers.
Why don't you pull up the stats for the game? I should have already had it pulled up. Just like the overall, team stats so far.
Oh, as a team, San Fran right now is only throwing for 14 yards. I mean, when your number 3 quarterback gets injured and you have to go to number 4, you don't expect too much anyways.
Yeah, the story of injured quarterbacks still continues.
And where I thought both teams were going to excel was on the ground. Neither team is doing much. Philly's only got 12 yards, and Christian McCaffrey's got 29 on his own. And that's roughly it between the two. I mean,
most of that coming from the drive they just had.
Yep. Fred Warner already making a statement with 1 tackle for loss. And even after coming out of the blue tent, I don't know who calls the forced fumble on Purdy. Hassan Reddick had a tackle for loss, but there was another one right there. Javon Hargrave was the one that forced a fumble. So, I mean, all stats point to a good defensive team. Good defensive matchup, which we've been watching. Eagles will take it on the 5-yard line, pinned deep in their own territory. Devonta Smith in motion. It's a handoff to Gainwell. Sanders.
Swallowed up by the defense again.
Bosa involved.
Greenlaw
Fred Warner involved.
And some.
Yeah. Greenlaw, Warner, Bosa. All that you don't want to see that trio. None of those names sound good. And they swallowed Sanders up for a loss of 1. Now it's on the 5-yard line. 2nd down. And Jalen Hurts has no rushing yards at all this game, which I'm needing. He's been so good about it all year, almost averaging 60 a game. But right now, he's standing in his own end zone in the shotgun. Miles Sanders back there with him. Ball's hiked. It's a handoff. It's faked. And it's a safety.
That's got to be safety.
It's a safety. We'll see where forward progress. It looks like the refs are pinching him just out of the end zone, which I don't agree with.
They gave him a full yard.
He was in the end zone.
Where was he?
Fake handoff. Keeps it.
That ball is over the line.
Forward progress, so you got to keep him behind. Because if he falls forward,
when he comes out again.
Bosa almost had a safety. His ankles,
foot.
His ankles down, and the ball's on the opposite side of the plane.
I'd be furious.
Another flag may slip through. And today they're 1-3 on third down conversions, 3rd and 15 on the inch line, standing deep in his own territory. And shotgun Hurts takes the pass, throws it away on the left side essentially, and they will punt. Very deep.
That's it. This not good. You can expect this one to be blocked, and I'll clean up my spit. I'm salivating. But punts like this, you can expect to be blocked.
They're going to send everyone, that's for sure. And then he's got to be careful because if a heel goes out of bounds, that's a safety. Some crucial leg action punt right now. Kick is up. Oh, and it was almost. They sent everybody, and they got to pick this up and quickly. It's corralled
on the return.
McLeod 50. Ooh, almost to the 55. Gets stopped around the 54.
That'd be the 45.
That's probably the most intense play we've seen all game. I mean,
yeah.
And then you just think about what I think should be a 0-3 game right now instead of 0-7.
It should.
Without the Devonta Smith and a missed call. It happens. And then this call, I think, will ultimately... They will end up reviewing in about 5 or 6 minutes and say it should have been called a safety.
They're going to have the Devonta Smith in this call in your Monday.
Yep, yeah.
I messed up.
Because how it looked to me, from the viewer's perspective, his ankle was laying on the ground and the ball was on... If this was the plane, he's in the end zone.
He's on the back
After he
side
falls
of that
forward,
plane.
falls completely, he falls... a couple inches out of the end zone, and that's where the refs mark it. Should have been stopped and where the ball was related to the plane.
Yeah, because that's what you look at when you're a running back. I
just not randomly saying
it. You look at the shins. If you can't get a view on the foot, you look at the shins where they're down. So the ankle has to play into it.
Well, they say the shin is an extension of the knee. With the ankle being completely sideways and the shin almost coming down, is that?
Or are they going to say, well, he kept his shin up?
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. To me, it looked like you would have rolled it down. You're not going to You're not going to let the guy get up and keep running after you see that.
Yeah.
That's what I would ultimately make the deciding factor. Like, no, come on, you were down. Like, just admit it, bud. Like one of those plays.
I'll give you this. The 30-yard pass that I missed.
Right, yeah.
It's asking a little much. Overall, both defenses have been phenomenal so far.
Yeah, I mean, my under pick is really looking good right now. Granted, I know I did say I had the parlay wrapped up for the over. That was kind of just like a just-in-case bet. The odds were so good, it's hard to pass up risking so little and getting so much. So San Fran under 46, looking hot, looking good. Where's my straight-up Eagles pick for that one? Oh, right there. Okay, Eagles. I locked it in at 2.5 for the Eagles winning.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, yeah.
It'll fluctuate throughout the week, but...
Yeah.
Let's go back to this. That boost hurts. The 60-yard for that boost is not looking good, honestly.
So ball on the 46-yard line. San Fran moving right to left still. And it'll be a dump off to McCaffrey at the top of the screen. And he gets close to the first down. Flipped over by the defender. Gain of 9.
Great play, though. What makes... It looks like he just ran 30 yards.
That's the plays they should be doing.
That was a 10-yard gain. It looked like he ran 30 yards. The way he moves and how shifty he is. Catch, juke to the left more, then back to the right a little bit. And it looked like he was all over the place, but really, it was a straight line to him. But to me, it was like impressive. That's crazy. I love Christian McCaffrey, watching him play.
2nd and 1. Debo motion down to the bottom of the screen. Quick pitch. McCaffrey again. Over the line and some. He'll move the chains.
Before and after the Christian McCaffrey trade, they were 3-3 after they were 12-1. The points per game went up 9. And the total yards only went up about 34. But ultimately, it's another accessory to this Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Now you're over the top. Now you just got like a toothbrush in that thing.
It's called the Swiss Army Plus. 2 receivers at the top of your screen for the Niners. In shotgun formation, pressure coming in. McCaffrey again over the middle. Again picking up 8-9 yards.
Depending on the stretch, it may be a first down for him as well.
Here's your key. You don't have your quarterback now. It's McCaffrey all day.
If you haven't noticed,
pressure, get the defense, push back with the other guys, with the receivers and tight ends.
Get them wide.
Throw it over the middle. McCaffrey, throw it a little double.
Because you know McCaffrey can outrun any linebacker that lines up with him in half the corners.
And it'll be a keeper from San Francisco trying to pick up the first down.
And they do.
He just gets it about a ball length over. That sounds weird. A football length over.
Oh, missed by a ball. What's that saying? You always see Americans will use anything as a unit of measurement except for inches. Dude, there was at least like 10 or 11 ball lengths away.
Purdy still on the sideline. I don't think he's coming back.
No, he's got that cape on. They're trying to keep him warm, but ultimately, I think if
They'll
this drive,
look at him again at halftime.
if this drive garners some points, then I don't think they bring him back in. But oh yeah, I could see where that would hurt the elbow. Just over flexing it, tearing some of those, overstraining it.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I hurt my knee 5 months ago and still limping around. 17. I love seeing that number on a quarterback.
Just under 9 minutes to go in the first half. San Fran 70 yards of total offense. Eagles 79. So still pretty close. Fake pitch. And he'll be driven back. Thrown just out of the reach of Ayuk on the top sideline.
And there's that pressure from the 49ers. They can keep dialing up the pressure. They've had it working all game.
Smart play, not keeping hold of the ball, trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
Just kind of get rid of it, though.
It was a boot action. He was already out of the pocket. Just get rid of it. It was a smart throwaway, too. It was still kind of within reach. If Ayuk could get to it, it was there, but only Ayuk could have got to it.
Debo coming down to the bottom of your screen. McCaffrey way in the backfield. That's who's going to take it. And he kind of mini hurdles a fella. He's still on his feet at 10. Touchdown. What a play, San Francisco.
Great play. Hurdles a player on one leg. And
Looked like it was
shrugs
blown
a
up
tackle.
immediately. Yeah. But that little bunny hop.
Yeah, it
saved
was too.
Everything.
Right here, handoff. Going to the right side. Using Kittle, pinning the block to the left. Jennings couldn't even get out in front to help block. McCaffrey said, "Get out of my way. Let me do it all." It was a full hurdle. It was a full hurdle.
It did not look like like his body stayed the same, but his legs came up.
Like that cartoon running track hurdles where their legs.
And the extra point is good. San Francisco tying this game up.
Tie it up, baby. Let's go.
Just a phenomenal.
That'll turn the tables, that's for sure.
I think the play calling was a little better.
They're keeping people in motion pre-snap, which keeps the blitzing kind of guessing.
Close.
Yeah.
So he's not expected to throw the ball 40.
And they're utilizing passing out of the backfield. They're realizing we only got 2 seconds, if that, to throw this ball. So we got to have somebody out of the backfield instantly ready.
Oh, absolutely.
And so far that's been CMC every time. But we've seen Juszczyk in motion quite a bit. We've seen Debo in motion quite a bit.
Every play.
Yeah. Like, they're doing everything they can to combat this Eagles pass rush defense. In that play, they did it. They had one play, it almost got away from them. Almost a sack for a big play. But that's up to Johnson keeping his head. And luckily, he threw it away. Very smart play calling and everything from what I'm seeing today. I mean, you're in the NFC wild card, jeez. Championship.
Yeah.
You're going to get the best of the best. These coaches aren't here for no reason.
Yeah.
Right? Look at who we got. Andy Reid, Zach Taylor for the Bengals, Nick Sirianni, and Kyle Shanahan. You can't get 4 better coaches in the league.
Speaking of the late game, Kansas City and Bengals. Who do you have on that one?
I have Bengals.
You like the Bengals on that one? I think it's going to take a lot for me not to take Mahomes.
Being 0-3.
Well, I'm not even focused on that. You see what happened last game. He literally got his ankle stomped on. Hobbled around the rest of the game and still put on a show.
Yeah. You got to give him his props. He's there.
Especially after losing Tyreek Hill, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're pretty much screwed, right?"
Yeah,
he is still making plays, so it's very tough for me to say definitively I'm taking a different team.
When you make a turd like Juju look good, you got to get your props because Juju's looking good on that team. For me, it's just every time Mahomes plays this Bengals team, his level drops a little bit. And Burrows and company seems to go up. I roll with the Bengals.
I do think the Bengals have a better overall team. They're more well-rounded. But they still have Patrick Mahomes. Even if it was Brady, you'd be like, well, they still have Brady.
Yeah.
It is Patrick Mahomes, though.
What stood out to me a lot is the offensive lines of both teams. Mahomes has only been sacked 20-some times on the year. Burrow's still 40-some. Yeah. And that's after halfway through the season where this O-line has apparently come together and been incredible. Not saying that they haven't been incredible. I don't think I think it's just Burrow's been throwing the ball a lot faster. They realize that. They know that. They do that. I got to roll with Bengals. I can't not. I hate to, because they're a division rival. Trust me, I hate it. I'll never root for them to win. But if I'm placing money down, I'm placing it down for the Bengals right now. +2, because Vegas even favors the Vikings. Yeah. The Chiefs, so. I have that over hitting, over 48.
That was just a 3-yard up the middle run from Miles Sanders. Nothing too crazy.
Hurts and shotgun. Miles Sanders started behind. Now he'll come to the right of him. Ball's hiked, and it's handed off up the middle. Miles Sanders for 5, and then hits the wall. Bringing up what should be a 3rd and 3.
Hufanga again getting in there, closing the gap, and laying the big hit on him, too.
Hufanga. That needs to be his new catchphrase or something. Steelers have that move.
Yeah.
The stadium should just be like, who?
That would be cool.
Just have the stadium rocking with who's. You got one giant owl out there. 3rd and 2. Hurts again in shotgun. Sanders back there with him. Now he gets another man. It looks like Gainwell going back there. Hand off to Gainwell to his left. No, it's a keeper for Hurts. He gets stretching for the first down. That's close.
There's no way they give him that.
Another very crucial ref call right here. I think he got stood up short.
And it helps.
So does Corey.
That he got spun around, too.
Yeah.
Back now to the first down line.
Yeah, he's short. He's got to be short. His butt was well short. 4th and 1. Eagles are staying out there, going for it.
Hurts keeper right here.
Oh, they're all close.
Absolutely.
They're all close. It's definitely going to be a Hurts keeper. It's hiked, and there's no stopping it. That momentum going forward, plays over. He's across.
Everyone on the team
It's
was
picking
like,
it up.
"We got you." Devonta Smith was like, "I'll take the
Not
sideline."
not a single person wasn't out there screaming, "It's a QB sneak." Other than Devonta Smith.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's like, "I'll take the sideline."
Literally stood there the whole time, didn't move a muscle.
Even his hands in the same place.
He played the statue. It's a first down. I mean,
Yeah,
you have to. There's no doubt about it. Just sucks that it's almost like 49ers. There's nothing you literally could have done. Most in the NFL for 4th down attempts and completions. Did I read that right?
I don't know. Devonta Smith moved up to the top of your screen. Pass to the top of your screen and a little shove after the action.
Was that a flag come
Ball
out
caught by Miles Sanders. I don't know.
I seen Miles Sanders look up at the ref and then start shaking his head like, yeah. Like he threw a flag and he was agreeing with it, but
We'll find out.
It doesn't look
Second
like it.
6, no. Again, both teams staying chippy with each
I
other.
was about to say, a lot of still unnecessary shit. Crap.
2nd and 6 for the Eagles now. Jalen Hurts with a deep pass to Devonta Smith's sideline. Bounce off of Smith's chest.
Well, it could have been his redemption catch down the opposite side of the field.
Again, doesn't reel it in.
Travarius Ward on the coverage. Great coverage, too. Devonta Smith had a chance to just, what do they call it? Moss him. Literally moss him. Head top him. That's what they also call it. When you get over the top of someone's head like that.
In the chest plate.
Oh, that's rough. Ward's been manning him up. He's out there again on him.
You gonna call it?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hurts in shotgun. Sanders back there with him. Throws it.
Almost picked off.
Jimmy Ward this time. The Ward's making plays. 3rd and 6. Across the middle. What should have been an interception.
There's a penalty on the field for something.
Covering A.J. Brown. Is it a hold right there? It looks like it was a little hold. And it did affect him, too. Stopped him, his momentum in his route.
Yep.
Oh, that's rough.
Make a good play. Make a good looking play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shanahan.
He's mad. He said OMFG. I'm getting pretty good at reading lips lately. Another 1st and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line. Man in motion. Number 3. Is that Quez Watkins? We don't know, but it's hiked. Hurts instantly scrambles to his right. He's got pressured. He'll throw it away. Who's number
Quez
3?
is 14, I think. Oh, no.
Oh, Zach Pascal. Sorry.
Pascal. Oh, Quez is 16.
Look at that, A.J. Brown, and look like Jimmy Ward, again, getting into it. A.J. Brown deserves a little shove. He was stretching and intentionally, almost kicked him. Total yards by both teams, deadlocked at 93. 2nd and 10, ball at the 42. Hurts in shotgun. Devonta Smith at the bottom of your screen. Gainwell out of the backfield.
Closing.
He's got someone in the backfield. Gainwell, he's looking at options. It's a flag.
Probably be a holding
As he
call.
swallowed 3 yards behind the line. Just confusing what Eagles are doing right now on offense. I'm lost. Hands to the face defense. It's again the chippiness, I guarantee, on one of the matchups. Ward and Devonta Smith, or Ward. Nope, I lied.
It's McGill.
And
He's
that sucks.
holding on to him
Yeah,
like a
geez.
madman, though.
He's like, look at the bird! Look at the bird up there! He's forcing him.
How is that not 2 penalties, though? Yeah, your hand's in his face, but you're also holding him, so he can't go anywhere. It doesn't make sense.
Gives Eagles a first down before it looks like there's a snap. A flinch on the offensive side. It'll bring a false start. Number 56. Eagles are struggling. 49ers are giving it to them right now with these penalties. Eagles should have already punted twice right now. Right now they're holding on. The drive gets extended, but now it's pushed back 5 yards. 1st and 15. Ball still for what seems like the 5th time today at the 42-yard line. Hurts in shotgun. Has a man back there with him. Looks like Gainwell. Switches over to his right side. Ball's hiked. Not much pressure, but he gets it out to the tight end. And it's a completion, but for how many yards? It's not Dallas Goedert.
It's either him or Stoll.
Yes, how many tight ends they got?
They got a bunch.
Oh, it was 86, okay. Oh, well, no. Wasn't that?
Hope not.
All right. Looked like an 80 at first, but that ain't it. It's got to be Stoll or Gold.
One of them.
Hurts in shotgun. Man back there with him. It's hiked. He's got pressure. Dishes it quickly to Gainwell. 2nd and 10. Makes a man miss. Makes another man miss before stretching. Comes up 2 yards short. 3rd and 2. Ball may be close to the 50 finally. Been working toward midfield what seems like for 10 minutes now. Quez is 16. Gainwell's 14. Okay. I was getting those two mixed up. I was like, why is Quez in the backfield? But nah. 3rd and 2. Gainwell in the backfield. Trips to the right. Handoff right up the middle. Gainwell picks up the first down. And then some. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. The clock is ticking. This possession seems to be taking forever.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard that, but they said brings this crowd to life a little bit. If you're there, I mean, you got to be kind of disappointed with Philly right now.
10 plays, 34 yards, 6-minute drive. 1st and 10. It's a handoff to the left side for Gainwell, and he goes 10 before even being touched, and he's flung around like an anime character.
Yeah, you got judo hip toss.
I don't even know how that happened. It looked like a cartoon out there. These teams are going to be fighting till the very end. They clearly don't like each other. Look at that. A full 10 yards before even being touched.
The first good run.
Yeah.
By Philly, too.
Too bad it wasn't Miles Sanders. In Lanier.
Lenoir. I would have just called him Lenore.
Lenore.
I only know that because our last name's almost the same.
Right. It looks 5 or 6 different ways.
Yeah.
I'll accept
and it's
any.
said about 7, 8 different ways.
Yeah. Ms. Lenoir. Oh, waited too long.
Oh, yeah. So far, this game is not going at all the way I'd expected it to go. Which is exactly what I was thinking. Like I was like, I would take the over. I'd feel comfortable. I was like, but as soon as I would place that bet, it's going to be a 3-3 game.
I always feel that way, and you always feel like, oh, do I just counteract myself and bet against what I think?
Yeah.
Do I do that? And then I'm ultimately rooting against something I didn't think was going to happen in the first place. You start conflicting with yourself, that's for sure. But I've learned to just, when I feel it, I lock it in. And then I'll go back, look at stats, and if stats change my mind, then I let it happen. But
I'm going to just go through here real quick. Just get a little sharing action going on.
Oh, okay.
If you want to update, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go into the stats. We're nearing halftime. Let me refresh the page so we got some updated stats for you guys. And still, San Fran struggling passing the ball. We knew it was going to happen. We got a fourth and a third string out there. Josh Johnson was only 27. Brock Purdy with 19. So that just means we should be guaranteed to see more Christian McCaffrey, who already has 55 on the ground and a touchdown. And he is their lead receiver as well. 2 receptions, 18 yards. Where George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel each have a catch apiece for 10 or under. They got to get going. I read off a lot of stars, but not a whole lot of stats. And on the Philly side, Jalen Hurts is nearing 100 yards passing, 0 touchdowns. Kenneth Gainwell, unfortunately, is the main rusher, but both of them getting about 20. Devonta has the one big catch that shouldn't have been, but A.J. Brown leads it with 4 for 28, and the only touchdown comes from Miles Sanders. Speaking of Miles Sanders, he gets the handoff to the right on a first down, makes what looked like a loss a gain, and it's a short gain of 1. Nick Bosa just blowing up the play, altering routes. Look at that. Bosa made a break on it, and Sanders had to get wide outside. Ultimately gaining any. He was just running neutral. He wasn't gaining any going forward and gaining actual yards. Great job by Bosa. Hurts in shotgun. Sanders back there with him. Got trips to the left. Goddard is to your right. Ball's hiked. Pressure from the ends. He scrambles to the right. He throws away. And there's a flag.
Yeah, these
we'll
refs
see
are
what
going
it
to run
is.
out of flags.
They just burn it after every time they throw one. 2nd and 9. Second quarter, minute 46 left. 7-7. There's a flag right now. Probably some type of holding. Usually when plays last that long in the backfield. Illegal contact by the defense on Travarius Ward on Goddard. Yeah, just holding him.
Yep.
About 10 yards downfield. Not letting him make any type of breaking movements. It's been good defense, but then it's also been some bonehead defense from both sides of this ball.
Yeah.
Again, Hurts in shotgun, doesn't think he does anything else unless it's 4th and 1. But hands off to Sanders, who's back there with him. Over to the left side, he had a blocker, but the blocker got finessed. It's Dre Greenlaw kind of juking out the blocker, not letting him engage, and then taking the tackle for himself.
I thought Greenlaw was going to slam him down out of bounds, too.
He's getting very physical on this.
Like right here. Step out. I thought for sure he was going down.
As soon as the ball gets out of bounds, people are just ripping them around. Another one in shotgun. Sanders to his right this time. It's a handoff to the left again. It's up. Splits a couple of defenders. It's a touchdown. Miles Sanders, 15 yards out. Eagles have a chance to go up 14-7. And Miles Sanders, my boy. I don't think the rest of the leg of that parlay is going to hit, but for some miracle, Miles Sanders is at least close to the yards to gain that we need. And then Christian McCaffrey's well on his way.
I don't like that.
Those
See
are
that
2 legs
hold right
locked
there?
down. Yeah.
I don't
on
like
Greenlaw?
that one bit. No, not. Oh, yeah, Greenlaw was getting help.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I don't like that at all.
Got some leg action after.
That's why I wasn't excited. I thought it was going to come back.
Oh.
Wow, that
that
ball's
looked
slinging everywhere.
Looked like it was going to the left, looked like it was going to the right. It said, nope, I'm going down the middle. It's good. 14-7. Eagles come back out on top, and they will have roughly a minute and 30 for the 49ers to get some points on the board. Well, the over's hitting on that one. Holy shit. Crap. Dang. Doggone it.
Oh, what's up, old prospector?
Jesse, Woody, back in the box. All right, let's look at this. Miles Sanders, 39 yards. That's roughly 20 yards off of what we need him to hit. He's got 2 touchdowns on the night. Eagles keeping it on the ground in every scoring aspect. And then we got Christian McCaffrey with 55 yards. That's roughly, again, 20 yards away from the mark we need to hit for that parlay. The only thing that scares me right now is that over for that parlay.
Oh, I didn't. For some reason, I didn't see that.
Hey, what's up, Eva?
Yeah.
Don't know when you posted that, but...
I was literally just about to say that. I didn't see
what
that
up,
come
Hiller?
through.
Go 49ers. How you rooting for the 49ers, bro?
I'm also rooting for the 49ers, so that's how.
Gotta get Eagles in there, man. Gotta get Eagles. My favorite football Sunday commentary. I like it, Eva. I'm gonna get that tatted on me somewhere.
Look at your screen. I don't know which one of my kids are doing it, but hi.
I'm assuming Aubrey. I thought in real time. I thought it was.
If you're on YouTube, make sure you're checking out the chat. Let us know who you're gonna win.
Dude, I was on this thinking this was the stream. This is just like the picture.
What a dummy.
I was like waiting for comments to start popping up and stuff. Yeah, now I feel dumb. I was even trying to make a poll on that page. Maybe I'm losing my technical touch, but wow.
We've been froze for a long time now.
Yeah. Like, man, we've been on commercial for a while.
If you're not on YouTube, just let us know in the comments who you think is going to win this game. So far, back and forth game, a bunch of calls that obviously the refs have missed, a bunch that I don't agree with.
The calls are the biggest thing in this game right now, I think.
Yeah. Right now you got Brock Purdy sitting on the sidelines. You know, both offenses really can't do much. It's been a defensive game in its entirety so far.
Yeah. My prediction is going to be a punt, and we won't see another score until halfway through the third when 49ers finally get it going again. Till then, it'll stay defensive.
We got the Eagles kicking off to San Fran right now after going up 7. Ray McLeod. I look away for 1 second. Cody screams. I have no idea.
It was a low kick, and it looked like he touched it out of the end zone, and then it like rolled past him and went into the end zone. So I was like, if it touched him, is that safety or something? I'd never seen anything like that or had it play out, so I was like, we may see something new.
Well, it can't. If he touches it, it can't be a safety unless he gets tackled in the end zone.
No, like he had it. He looked like he was getting ready to catch it, and then he moved out of the way at the last minute. He was standing out of the end zone.
But Eagles would have to recover. Oh, if it goes through the end zone.
Yeah, maybe. Backing out of the end zone.
So Johnson threw to Debo over the middle, and he stayed on his feet for a half step.
Good snag by Debo.
Wow.
Oh, hands.
Got them dancing feet on. Two receivers going quick in a bad snap.
Oh, the ball's loose. Eagles say they have it. The scrum's still scrumbling.
McCaffrey pointing Eagles.
McCaffrey's pointing the Eagles?
Or, I'm sorry, McCaffrey.
I was going to say, it's the Eagles' ball then. And look at that.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick coming up with the ball. Hassan Reddick has been all over this defense for the Eagles.
In just fantastic field position.
Good snap. Just hit the very front of Johnson's hands. Couldn't corral it in.
Oh.
And he should have had the ball, but it got kicked away. And then at that point, it's just whoever ends up coming out of the pile with it. I think when there's a pile like that and the first ref jumps on that pile, every other ref should watch and penalize anyone who jumps into the pile after that.
Afterwards, yeah.
Because you're adding unnecessary involvement that doesn't need to be there. You jumping on that pile could jar the ball loose again for somebody else.
So, I mean, you're 30 yards out from the end zone. Here's a quick score.
Not to mention the injury implications it could cause.
Yeah.
Like
A.J. Brown on the corner. That's how they're going to score this touchdown. Little Dallas Goedert action over the middle.
For roughly 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Looks like Gainwell's in the backfield with Hurts and shotgun. Trips to the right. It's over to Dallas Goedert, a short screen. He's got blockers. He's got the first down. And I think if I seen the line right, that puts him in field goal range. Oh, yeah, for sure. At the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
30 seconds left and the clock moving. Eagles with 2 timeouts left. Hurts and shotgun. Now we got trips to the left with the tight end offset. It's a handoff. And it's Boston Scott. And Boston Scott will draw the face mask from Greenlaw. Another bonehead defensive play.
Another one I don't like, too. It's so dumb. Just that little bit of fingertips go in.
2 fingers right there. As long as you see the hook. He let go, too. It's like, as soon as he realized, oh, that's a face mask. Like, he unflexed his fingertips.
It sucks, though. I mean, like, you're trying to get the guy down, and that sucks.
Look at him. He's mad. He looked like a horse. Face mask. Look like 21 seconds left. Eagles ball within the 10. It's got to be within the 10 after the flag now.
First and goal, yep, 10.
Dang, Greenlaw's arm is just as stacked up as Purdy's right now.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly on the 10. Hurts in the backfield again with Boston Scott. Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown to the left.
You got to try A.J. Brown in the corner. And look, he's one-on-one over
Yeah,
there.
A.J. Brown's clear at the top of your screen. Devonta Smith is actually in the slot on the bottom.
No,
Instead, they hand it off to Boston Scott to the right. He pitches the corner. He gets it.
Got it. Wow.
Puts his head down and goes right through. It's another touchdown. Eagles take a 2-possession lead. What could be 21-7 right before the half.
San Francisco will get the ball at halftime.
What do you say to this 49ers team if you go into the locker room and this is your team? Knowing what they've done for you and produced, and
a lot of their penalties haven't been too crazy. Like the penalty that just happened, the little squeeze of the face mask. But you have to stop making it worse for yourself.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I think they're doing pretty well. I know they're down.
I mean, when you're going against this Eagles offense, you're already in a hole. You can't stop this Eagles offense, so you're already in a hole. You make bonehead plays like this.
And now your
just little things.
You don't have your quarterback out, so that's going to be a play calling thing. You have to choose the plays he's comfortable with.
Just digs you deeper. So yes, that's the main thing I would highlight is these plays on defense that can be eliminated. Stop the chippiness.
Yep.
The whistle blows, stop it. No unnecessary things. And then on offense, they almost just got to keep doing what they do. Just execute it better.
Yes.
Execute it better. Use your run game. Use your short, quick pass game.
Yeah, that's just what I said. You got to keep making better plays, better play calls.
And the leg action after is good. It's 21-7 officially. 16 seconds left. We'll probably see a kickoff and a kneel down. Now, what do you say to the Eagles? You know, I would have said 5 minutes ago I have a lot to say to them. Now it's like they're in a position, what do you say that can't be argued back?
No, you still have a lot to say. They're going to consider keeping it on the ground. But once they get some comfortable, a better lead, defense has to play a little better.
Yeah.
It has been playing well, but it's just mistakes like that, like the fumble, that the defense really had no control over. It just happened to work out their way.
You capitalize off of when you can.
Exactly.
You'll take it, but you can't produce it instantly like that again. So don't bank on it.
Exactly. I don't know. It's tough to say, but in the end, all around you have to do better.
Yeah.
The offense hasn't been doing great.
No, the offense has been stagnant from what I've seen. From what they've been capable of throughout the rest of the year. Yeah, I expected more, not going to lie. I would go in and I would just blatantly straight out say, you guys got 7 points free from the refs.
Yeah.
And you got 7 points given to you from the 49ers from great field goal position. We got out there and we earned one of them.
Exactly.
This game should be tied. Go out there and just do better.
Be corralled in the end zone. He'll cut to the middle of the field. He'll have a big gap.
Oh!
Right down all the way to the 40-yard line.
And this
Ray
breeds
McLeod.
life. One pass away, they can put 3 points on the play, on the board. 40-yard line, they get one quick pass for 20 yards.
With 10 seconds left to go.
It's possible. It's not a good... I wouldn't bet on it, but it gives a possibility rather than being on the 20-yard line knowing, okay, I'm just going to kneel it and head to the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got trips. Yeah.
Eagles only bringing 4. Plenty
Still
of
got
time,
that pressure.
Way overthrown. And that'll knock off 5 seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Excuse me.
Still got that pressure. They rushed bare minimum. Still got pressure on Johnson. I think Johnson left the pocket too early on that one. We'll see right here on the replay. Eagles front and 4. Really only 3 get after it, but the one running a delay gets to them. And you just can't have that happen on the San Fran side. Like, if it's 4 against 4, you got to get a body on everyone.
Oh, Debo now moving up to the top of your screen. McCaffrey to Johnson's right. Quick pass to Debo. He'll run to the middle of the field. 50-yard line. That'll end the first half.
Can't
San
get
Francisco
down quick
to get
enough.
the ball when we return.
They need more plays like that.
Yes,
You don't
I agree.
have time, so get it to your playmaker short. Let them make something happen.
Yep, that's how they scored.
Yep.
CMC
Kittle.
got it to him quick, and he did the
Get
did the
Kittle
work.
in there. Get Ayuk in there. We just showed they can obviously get CMC in there at will. We just showed we can get Debo looking good in there.
Yeah.
Get the other playmakers involved, and this offense can step up and be on par. But
So that's it for the first half. I'm going to go ahead and switch this before I forget when I come back. We're going to be coming back right after halftime. Make sure you join us again.
stick around.
That's the word I was looking for. Stick around. We'll be right back after these messages. They're moving quick.
Wow.
All right, let's get back to this action.
Yep, right. This has my last week's picks.
And San Francisco will be getting the ball back. Let's see if they can be a little better here in the second half. I would like to know what was said.
Like UFC, how they kind of listen to the cornermen?
Yeah.
Wish we had a little camera in the locker room of each one.
So it looks like Purdy is still not in. Yeah, huge check. And McCaffrey in the backfield. A little pitch to McCaffrey, and he'll be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like a loss of 3.
Where's your start button? Where the hell was your start menu on here?
My start.
Yeah.
You have to minimize everything.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't pop up like the normal computers.
Oh.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 13 for San Fran right now.
Where is it?
What do you need?
I was going to Google a calculator. You normally search
You
in
gotta
it.
go to the launch thing. Stepped up in the pocket. Again with the shoving. Pass intended for Deebo Samuels. Can't be held on to. A little quick pass over the middle. Go to the launch pad. And you should be able to search.
There we go. I want to see what percentage we're at with the total.
So now 3rd and 13. And a rough start for San Francisco so far. Ball on the 22, moving left to right on your screen. You have 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Pressure coming. Complete over the middle. And there's George Kittle.
There we go. His second catch of the day. First time seeing him, actually.
He might have had a small
What a great route. Yeah, he did. It was like 9 yards.
And that'll move the ball and the chains to about the 40-yard line.
Great route. Went straight up, faked to the inside, went to the outside instead, and wide open. Right now it's sitting the total at 28. 28 divided by 48, which is the total, or 47, whichever you took. We're about 58% of the way there. Hoping to keep that under.
Offsides. Go deep.
Ball will be dead, yep.
Yeah, it's weird. They blow it dead sometimes, but sometimes if you're Aaron Rodgers, you'll get a free play that ends in a
I've
touchdown.
always said that. I've always said that. Aaron Rodgers has made his career off those types of plays.
No, it must have been a false start because it's now 1st and 15. Ball on the 39-yard line. Got a man in motion moving to the top of your screen. Johnson, step back, a little dump off. Christian McCaffrey will gain a yard. Caught down at the bottom of your screen. Fought for an extra yard. Christian McCaffrey will gain a yard.
Update that it was stuck. I was hoping we weren't frozen, but we aren't. It's just... This is still... Oh my god. I don't know how this happens. Okay. Ooh, pressure again.
He gets thrown.
No, come
Picked
on.
off.
Slay almost had the interception we needed.
Quarterback gets hit. Slay just another hand away from picking that up.
We needed that for the parlay. The Slay could have held on to that. That could have been the 4th leg out of 5. Because I'm sure Christian McCaffrey's already passed the yards we needed for that. Oh, that could have been big.
bring up another third down.
I could taste the money. 12 and a half minutes left.
That line just did not hold a single second.
No. Purdy getting hit very similar. I mean, Johnson getting hit similar to how Purdy was, how he got injured. Right there on the shelf, comes down on the arm. Johnson goes down pretty hard, though, and I wouldn't be surprised if they need to get a fifth string.
Purdy warming up like he's coming back in.
He's been over there for 2 quarters already. Warming up.
Christian McCaffrey can't find the right helmet. Purdy jogging on the field.
Purdy is back. Time to update it. No, I don't have my phone.
Looks like trip receivers at the top of your screen. McCaffrey motioned to the backfield. Quick handoff up the middle. McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped after a gain of 4. 4th down. See a little bit of leg action. It's almost like they didn't want him to throw it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, don't do it yet. We just need you to run it and we'll punt it. This is a far kick if they're attempting the field goal. No, they're not.
There's no way.
I was going to say, that's why I was like, no way this ain't a punt.
So not a horrible drive from San Francisco, but not great either.
They got Purdy back. Did they get Purdy back soon enough? It's going to be the main question. Something ski kicks the ball.
Wishnowski with a good punt all the way down to the 22. And you got a little scuffling still going on. Hopefully Purdy will be that piece that
I
they
gotta
need.
spit this gum out before it goes
There's a
flying.
trash can right there.
You're gonna go flying.
I can just hear you swishing it around in your mouth. Yeah.
Trying not to chew, but still trying to get the juices. Yeah, gum, just not a good idea on any type of recording thing.
Not to mention when you talk, it sounds like someone's got their finger in your mouth.
Yeah, well,
Rob Purdy down to the 35.
Perks and shotgun. Yep. Sanders in motion. Okay, let's go in. We're on commercial break right now. Let's go in back and look at these stats. Christian McCaffrey's got to be very close to the yards needed. Darius Slay of the Philadelphia Eagles to have at least 1 interception. We were this close, guys, to covering that leg right there.
Yeah.
He was a literal fingertip away from that interception we needed. Still got a lot of gameplay left. Miles Sanders has to have over 50 yards. Where are we at on that? Find out when I get my tabs right. He's at 40. We just need 10 more yards from Miles Sanders. I think that's kind of a lock. It's going to happen. They've got the lead. They're going to be running the ball. Go back. What's the other leg? Next leg, 4th leg. And that is Christian McCaffrey having over 59 yards. He has 56. We need 3 more yards. That's a lock to happen. Okay? So like I mentioned, the only things that need to happen now is Darius Slay getting that interception, which we were this close on. And then the over handicap. Philly by 3. Right now that's hitting. The under of 45. So I do have the under for that one. Which one did I have the over for?
Yeah, you did have both of them.
Okay.
I think it was the top one.
The booster,
right.
I had the over.
Yeah.
That's why. It was a daily boost. I couldn't refuse the odds. If it wins, it wins. If not, I'm losing very little. Philly and them over 45.5 and Hurts plus 60 rushing yards. I don't think that's happening. Right now we get to the first down. Hurts in shotgun. Sanders to the back. Now he motions him to the right side of him. It's a hike. Handoff right up the middle. Gets about 3.
Did he get 3 or did he get nothing?
He got about 3.
They had 2 blue lines on the screen. I couldn't tell
It
which
was
one
the
was which.
opposite 20-yard line that he got to. He was at like the 17 or so.
Oh, yeah, 2nd and 7. I was like, that second blue line.
Yeah.
That screwed me up.
But when you go there in real life, you only see that black line, not the other 2. Hurts in motion. 2nd and 7. Bosa's gunning for it. You can tell he's ready. He's itching. Miles Sanders back there with him. Bosa actually pulls up and guards Miles Sanders.
First pass to Brown in a while, and he drops it.
It did look like a drop, but he pointed to his elbow right away. I don't know if he felt like he was getting held on the elbow or something, or his elbow's bugging him. He's staying in, so it can't be that bad, but he instantly pointed to his elbow. Jimmy G and Lance right there in hoodies. And you got the other 2 people.
Josh Johnson actually just went back to get checked out.
Banged up. Jeez. Hurts again in shotgun. 3rd and 7. A.J. Brown motions out wider to his right.
Oh, look at that line of scrimmage. They're bringing everybody.
And they are rushing. They rush 5. It's deep. It's aimed for A.J. Brown, and a second time it's overthrown. Aimed at A.J. Brown, who potentially had a little bit of separation. That would have had to have been a great place ball, but he had the step on the man behind him, underneath of him.
Around him.
The guy covering him. He was within coverage, but I think if it was a good ball on that right shoulder, it could have been caught. But Hurts is no Tom Brady, apparently, as they punt it away, 4th and 7 on their own 20. Oh, McLeod goes to the 40, 45. Another good field position. San Fran's been, 50-50 right now on good field position?
Yeah.
And now they have Purdy back. They're 1 for 1 with good field position with Purdy. That's what matters.
That is what matters, yeah.
So we go to another commercial. Let's check out these other boosters. Here's one I already lost today. I didn't mention it because I had lost it before we started mentioning these, and it was Christian McCaffrey to be the first one to score the game. He wasn't the first. He was the second. Sucks, but you win some, you lose some. We'll go to this one. The only other booster is any player to get 125 plus receiving yards. That's going to be a struggle considering the lead receiver for any team is only at 33. Nice. The rushing game has been there for both teams, but not the passing.
Yeah, Eagles were a little better on the ground going into the halftime. I think they're going to keep it that way for a little while. I mean, they do have a lead. I don't
they
see them.
They can play a little bit more cautious. They will, anyways.
But I mean, it's only a 14-point lead. That can change.
Still plenty of game left. Where's that other one? Booster. That has them going over. Okay, yeah. The booster that I don't think is going to hit. So we pretty much already lost 2 boosters. Not a big deal. But the main thing is our same game parlay. We're so close. We just need a Darius Slay interception, and I think we're going to win it. Because I still think the under is going to hit.
I only have half an interception.
It's just a way they put more than this. Like, so if it was a line of 2.5, you can hit 3 and win.
Yeah,
if they put the line at 3 and you hit 3, it's a push. Meaning it's just like the bet's canceled. So this way, if it's a half, I like the halves because then there's no canceling. You're going to have a winner or loser.
Unless 2 people catch it like this simultaneously.
I'd be so livid.
You catch one end, I catch the other.
Shake hands and walk away.
Let's go. San Francisco takes over. Purdy in the huddle.
2 for 2. 19 yards before going out with an elbow injury.
Ball on the 45-yard line. Man in motion to the top of your screen. Purdy under center. That's a flag. He's offsides.
It looked like he reset before the hike.
Quick hike to Debo. Still on his feet.
Debo
still on his feet.
Making 5 people miss for a loss of 5 yards.
Okay, get this off Purdy. Go back to the possible flag.
Right. This team is behind Purdy, though. They want him in there. They like him. Young kid. They feel he deserves this opportunity.
2nd and 14. They don't care about the neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, I think if you get back and get reset, I don't think it counts.
A quick handoff. Looks like McCaffrey up the middle for a gain of 2.
Oh, we're 1 yard off of that.
Be a 3rd down.
There's like shoving every. Look at use check going at Fletcher Cox.
3rd and 13. Just under 10 minutes to go in the 3rd. 15 seconds on the play clock. San Francisco down by 14. Trip receivers up to the top of your screen. Debo Samuel's on the far side. He'll cut inside. Quick pass. Christian McCaffrey at the top of the screen. And he'll be stopped short.
Is there any flags?
Slammed into.
There wasn't a whistle yet. I thought it was clean. There was not a whistle. You played to the whistle.
That's what they tell you, but there's always that one, like, that one could have been like, hey,
I mean,
he was already backpedaling.
He could have waited and maybe got a whistle, but, if his star player has the ball and there's no whistle and I'm getting a hit.
And we'll see a little bit of leg action from San Fran now.
Again, the good field position stalled
means nothing
before even midfield.
Good punt down to the 9.
You heard me mention it earlier. Purdy starts slow, but when they need, he can pick it up. Can he pick it up now with the injury looming? And he's going to need to pick it up quick, too, because down 2 possessions.
The question is, does the play calling reflect him picking it up? Because if they're only letting him dump it off for 2-3 yard passes, worrying about his elbow or shoulder.
They're going to reel it in a little bit, but for the most, they got to have attempts at downfield. You got to have the occasional route at least going down. You can't just completely abandon it.
Yeah.
Or that's a read the defense can get rid of too. Hey, if I know they're not slinging at 60 yards, I never have to put anyone back there. All these plays that put someone back there, they're gone. Yeah. I can stick with these ones now. I mean, it changes a lot, but we haven't seen him really sling it yet and see if it bugs him. If he slings it for a good 20 yards and he's grabbing at his elbow, you might be able to get rid of those play calls. But for
that's
anything
what I
deep,
want to see. I don't need a 50-yard bomb downfield yet. I just want to see more than 3.
Yeah, and every 3 has been right at the line of scrimmage so far. So
yeah,
I mean, not that it hasn't worked for him already, but right now you need more than what you're getting. That looks good.
They're bringing those back.
They've had them for a while.
I'll say
I'm surprised to see a commercial with them, yeah. I love those things, though.
I was never a huge fan of them. I like the chicken bowls.
Oh, those are good, too. The new one with mac and cheese is not that good.
Never had that one.
It's not that good. It's not the same.
They used to make a spicy one. It's like they put French Red Hot in it.
That would be good, too.
But we home make those now. And that's so good.
Yeah.
That little popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
You remember when they used to do that? Separate that big bucket into like 4s and like fill it up with different, like, one would be popcorn chicken, tenders, like 3 pieces of fried chicken.
Where?
KFC. They used to put that little divider thing in it.
Oh, yeah. That would get so greasy by the end of the day. All the chickens mixed together anyways.
Yeah, it's all chicken.
I love
just throw
that
it in
little
there.
bucket, yeah. Eagles have a chance to go ahead by 3 possessions right now. 49ers have to pull off a clutch defensive stand. They're ready. 1st and 10. Ball at the yard line. Yard line. Hurts in shotgun. Hands it off to Gainwell in the backfield. Gain of 1. Boston Scott, sorry.
Keep it on the ground. Be careful with the ball.
Second half defense for 49ers have been on point. First in takeaways, first in opponent points per game, and first in opponent's rush yards per game. And if they stop the rush, the Eagles don't have nothing right now in this game.
Yeah.
Because they have not thrown it much at all. Or good, anyways.
Yeah, this hasn't been a game. Like, both quarterbacks might as well not even showing up.
Yeah, no doubt. Just put the running backs out there. Hurts gets the snapping shotgun. Fake handoff. Scrambles to his left. Has pursuit. Boston Scott setting a little body pick. Acting like he's not there on purpose. I love when they do that. They stay still, but they're like, knowing that there's a defender right on their back wanting to go through them. And this is why this matchup was so highly touted. Points per game, both teams are first. Offense against defense. Total yards per game, first offense and defense. Where Eagles have this crazy high-powered offense, 49ers have this very stifling defense. Hurts, lone man in shotgun. You got trips to your right. We got 5 receivers on the field right now. It looks like it's going to be a run. Obviously kidding. It's thrown to the left. You got 5 receivers, lone man in the backfield. It looks like a run. And it is caught. Was that Devonta Smith?
Yep.
On the left side. Has to get low. This one's a catch.
That one is a catch.
Looked like he extra protected it from the ground. This time Hurts says somebody in the back with him. Can't see who, but now he's got 3 receivers to the right. Empty left. It's a handoff to Gainwell. Straight up the middle. He gets 6-7 yards. 6.5 minutes left. They're going to keep it on the ground every play to milk this clock. You might as well just call them farmers right now. Because they're milking it. A.J. Brown down to the bottom of your screen. Devonta Smith at the top. Hurts in shotgun with Gainwell. Takes the hike. Hands the ball off. It's Gainwell going from right to left. Getting stopped behind the line. It's a tackle for a loss of 1. Bringing up 3rd and 5. And at the 30-yard line, it's not 4th down territory. You got to make something happen now. Keep this ball moving and the clock going.
Nick Bosa's still out there limping around. That knee looks like it took a shotgun blast.
It really did, dude. Or some type of animal took a chunk out of it. It does not look good. I'm going to get him checked out for gangrene. 3rd and 5. Hurts in shotgun. Kenneth back there with him. A.J. Brown to the bottom of your screen. He throws to the right. It's caught. Kenneth Gainwell sneaks out of the backfield, catches a short pass, gets past the 1st down, and then maybe plus 10. Picking up the 1st down, getting it close to the midfield, keeping it chugging along. Another low pass, caught it the bottom of the knees. A lot of these passes have been either overthrown or low.
I was going to say, I have not seen a perfectly placed pass.
Overthrown or very low. Ball's hiked. It's handed off to nobody. He keeps it to the left and gets 5 yards. There we go. Only 55 more yards from him, and that bet is locked up. I think maybe more than that because he got negative a couple runs.
Yeah.
It's been running action all day. Miles Sanders scoring to the left side. Now it's Boston Scott scoring to the right side. And then what was the first one? It was another Miles Sanders straight ahead. So, I mean, all keeping it on the ground. A bunch of boosts out there right now. Had Hurts throwing multiple touchdown passes. I'm glad I didn't touch him.
Yeah.
Hurts throws!
Good defense.
Good throw. Great attempt at a catch. But yes, the defense was right there.
Ward stayed on him, gave him enough of a hit to break up the pass.
Zach Pascal hit him right between the numbers. That was a perfect pass, but it didn't matter the type of defense that was there. After the deflection nearly picked off as well.
Is that Jimmy Ward? I know there are like 18 wards. Yep, number 1.
Bring up 3rd and 6. 4:10 left. Clock stopped. Hurts in the backfield. Looks like Sanders back there with him. Maybe Boston Scott. It was Scott. He's looking. He's going deep. Bottom of the screen. 16. It's Watkins.
Again, good defense.
Great defense.
This time, Travarius Ward getting his hand and slapping the ball
Look
away.
at this. He turns with him perfectly. Hand on his hip. Feeling where he's at. But playing the ball the whole way. And that's picture perfect how you would coach a corner. Turn with him. Turn before him. Not when he's past you. Keep your hand there to feel where he's at. And then high point the ball. That's exactly what he did for that deflection. Ooh, that's big. Oh! The kicker gets taken out after the kick. There is a flag. They return it. McLeod returns it to about the 30-yard line.
You roughing the kicker and they'll get the ball back.
But I've seen a lot of these to where it's literally just their own teammates getting pushed into them. So we'll see.
No, it was definitely.
Okay. Broke it. Oh,
see,
close.
That push, though, I would not give them the first down for that. That pushed him into the kicker.
Yeah, you're excelling the defender into your own kicker. It's going to
There's
bring up
no way you get that first down.
running or roughing the kicker. We'll see. And again, another bonehead.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Penalty. Shanahan's
I mean, it's
mad.
not a bonehead penalty when I push you into my kicker.
It's not a bonehead penalty, but when you're just
another
stacking
one you
them and
don't
stacking
need,
them,
yeah. That's a garbage call right there. I get you gotta.
Mason gets around to the outside, looks like, but Stoll still had a little hold. And once Stoll got beat, Stoll gave extra momentum push toward the kicker. So Shanahan's complaining, saying it wasn't his fault entirely. He was running into the kicker. All right, good argument, I think. But anyways, it brings up first down and ball at the 35-yard line. Hurts runs a keeper, and he gets about 15. Now we need 30. Y'all were laughing.
What's your total for that one?
60 I need for him.
60 total?
Yeah. Need 60 yards from Hurts in the over of 45.5. I want to see where he's at right now. I mean, he's doing decent now after a couple big chunk runs. Jalen Hurts, 22. There we go. Only 38 more. Hurts sends Boston Scott to his right pocket. Another keeper. Another 5 yards. 3 maybe. He gave himself up real quick.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to make a couple more yards out of that. He was wincing last time he got tackled. I don't think he wants to take any more punishment like that. Unnecessarily like that. Like you got 3 running backs you can hand the ball to. I get you want to keep the clock going and keep it in your quarterback's hands, but he doesn't need to take those type of hits. Look at the other team across from you. They're on their 4th quarterback.
Yeah.
You want to stick with your first. Hurts has Boston Scott back there with him in his right pocket. Ball's hiked. It's another keeper by Hurts, and he picks up 5, 10, maybe 15, and it's an unnecessary roughness. Pushed him while out of bounds. That should bring it to the 1-yard line. That's goal line, or half distance to the goal. Should be about 8 yards. Talk about a bonehead play. That's one of them for dang sure.
I don't like that for quarterbacks, though. They take literally half a step out of bounds and get pushed. But if you're a running back, you get run halfway out and get pushed, and they still won't call it. So, I mean, I feel different.
Quarterback, if it looks like you're going out of bounds on purpose and then they get touched, it's going to be a flag every time.
See, he's on his way out. He gets his foot just down and then gets pushed. Well, yeah, you want to keep him out of bounds. You want to push him out. At the time you push him, he's not out of bounds yet.
No, that one, his leg was in the turf.
As soon as it hit is when he got pushed.
First and goal.
That'd be another.
Hand off to Boston Scott. Straight ahead. The line's pushing. Wow. Pushed a little bit, but not enough.
Goddard coming back to hit Hufango like, what? You're not allowed to block?
These guys they're chippy all game so far. There's going to be a huge fight, especially if this game somehow gets close.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I don't see it either, but crazier things have happened.
That is very true.
And another attempt straight up the middle. Was that a keeper on Hurts that time?
I was going to say, how long are you letting this go on for?
Right. Yes, Hurts on the keeper. No gain. Probably lost one or two. We'll see here.
With the amount of time that they're giving these guys nowadays, can you imagine Marshawn Lynch in today's league?
He'd break out every play.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if there are 5 people wrapping him up. You give him 5 seconds to blow the whistle, he's breaking out of it. Again, they're showing everybody we're going for it, and they get it.
Oh, looks like they got it.
Again, Devonta Smith stood out there doing nothing. Yeah. Like they're like, "Hey, Devonta, you want to stand there?" Yeah, I guess.
I refuse
it's not too much
to be
trouble. Just stood there, and somehow it always draws that defender out there with him. Yeah. Like, I get it, you got to cover him because they can't throw it to him, but like, you know, they put him out there just to draw one extra person away from the run. And it looks like they got to him in the backfield, but the extra push from behind. Goddard giving that shove. The running back. I mean, it's 28-7 after this kick. Eagles take a commanding lead as we get ready to go into the fourth quarter. That's hard to watch if you're a 49ers fan out there.
We're just rooting for the 49ers. It's hard to watch.
Was that Bradley Cooper with a Jerry curl?
Probably.
Who was that? Hey, Kevin Bacon. Look at him. See him moving? He's footloose.
You're dumb.
I gotta keep my feet loose. I love Kevin Bacon. I had no idea. Tremors is what started.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah. God, what a terrible movie to watch now.
No.
It would be
if
so
you're
bad.
12 years old, wanting a good horror story and stuff to imagine to play outside, Tremors is phenomenal. It's like the floor is lava made into a movie.
It's a good kids game to simulate outside. Exactly like you put it. It is good like that. But to go back and watch it now, you're like, it's not the greatest. Like,
me and my buddies used to go over to his house and literally one kid.
Bacon's?
I wish. A little bit more pool nowadays, so. But one kid would be the tremor, and it was literally, we would just play what kids today now would call the floor is lava. Because you get on the floor, that's where the tremors can get you. You get above the floor, they can't get you. We would all play that.
It's like tag with the safe zone in the air. Base exactly. Is anything above the ground.
But it was hilarious, because you'd be full on sprinting on your feet, and then there's nothing you could do if you just hopped on and jumped on a desk or something and just clung there. And then the people would sit there and literally be like, "You're gonna fall eventually." Like, it was so fun as a little kid playing that game. Tremors, man. There's like 4 of them. They're all golden.
So 28 points on the board for Philly. Still,
you know it, Heather. Sorry.
Tremors is a classic.
A classic.
28 points on the board for Philly. Still not a passing touchdown.
From either team,
in the game.
I'm sure anyone who took any boost of any sort for quarterbacks today are hating it. Because right now, all my boosts involve the running backs. It looks like I went the right route.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, I don't even need San Fran to win. I just want him to look better.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
This team is incredible. It looks like the thing that's killing them right now is not having that playmaking quarterback. Like the rest of the 4 teams, you can see it on each of them. generational quarterbacks at that. And then they're stuck with, no offense, Brock Purdy, what we would call Mr. Irrelevant. Not stuck with, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, a flag again,
Another
dude.
flag.
We need a flag counter.
That.
Like, granted,
That thing would be
they'll
so
count it and have
high.
the stats here, but... Or
Yeah,
just
but they
get
only count accepted.
Yeah, that's true. True.
I want to know how many times they threw it.
And if 3 different refs throw 4 flags on that play, we're counting 4 of them. That would be a high number.
Another San Fran penalty. That's just disappointing.
Yep. Sirianni's going to go home and sleep like a baby tonight, where Shanahan's going to be screaming at the players in his sleep. Discipline!
Got a man in motion, huge check. It'll be a handoff. Christian McCaffrey. Up the middle, he goes down to the bottom of the screen. 9-yard gain. That's what it's going to take.
That's Christian McCaffrey getting our cover right there.
It's the yards after. That's what
Yeah.
it's going to take. San Fran has to fight for every single yard from here on out.
And they're going to have to go to the air occasionally. They have to.
Second and 1. All the motion going to the top of the screen. Huge check. Motion to the back. Christian McCaffrey handoff up the middle again. And he'll get the first down plus a couple. And that will end the third quarter. Let's move on to the fourth. One of my kids' favorite movies, Tremors. It's a good movie, but to watch it now is all I'm saying.
Evan knows.
Compared to what you see now, that's why I don't watch older movies. It's because you can tell like the acting's just a little weird.
That's the problem with nostalgia. You can't feel the same as you
replicate
did.
it.
Yes. You can think about it and try to, but you never can.
I like the movie. I just don't think they should have made like 4 of them.
Once they started flying, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
you're breaking rules. Like,
Thought this was an underground thing.
right? There's no more floor is lava now. How are kids supposed to play this game in the backyard? Mom, we need wings.
Yeah. Gotta jump off the roof.
the roof is no longer safe. While we're on commercial still, Christian McCaffrey, we got it. He's got 70 yards. We needed 65, 60 roughly. Miles Sanders, he's got 42. We need 50. We'll get it by the end of the game.
Yeah.
The other thing that I'm afraid we're going to fall short on, I'm being honest with you, is that Darius Slay interception. We came close. I think that's the closest we're going to come. And then the other thing we need, Philly winning by 3 or more. That's a lock. And the under at 45.5. Now that I mention it, let's go to the calculator and see what percentage we're at on that.
It's 35. You're down by 10 points.
So what is it supposed to be?
Well, you're down by 10.5 points.
Okay, 35 divided by 46. We're 76% of the way there. I bet you never heard Bon Jovi had that in his line. Whoa, 76% of the way there.
Yeah, you're almost 3/4. 3/4 of the way there. Moving up. Finally getting there.
Living on a prayer that this bet's going to win. Because my kids are hungry. They haven't eaten in a week. I'm kidding, obviously. No one make any phone calls. Yeah, we're close. We're right at that edge. And I think if San Fran makes a good comeback, the total's hitting that over. But if San Fran keeps stalling, we'll be safe.
Another great classic, Mortal Kombat. Remember the movie was phenomenal.
I sucked at the games. I liked playing them. I sucked at them still.
The games, also classic.
Yes.
San Fran moving left to right on your screen for the fourth quarter. Debo in motion, moving to the top of the screen. Looked like Philly got an early jump.
It did.
McCaffrey's still on his feet, though, taking a handoff to the top of the screen.
Talk about a Marshawn. That's what Marshawn does. When you think the play's over, he just comes running out of somewhere.
Yep.
His cleat came off.
I thought he was down. I stopped looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete, bringing you back out for nothing. Will this penalty? Oh, finally, not against San Fran.
The Eagles did get a little bit of a jump. The 49ers have been having at least 2 men in motion what seemed like every single time pre-snap. Brock Purdy, 3 for 3, literally throwing 1 time since being back in the game.
1st and 10 for 49ers. Ayuk down at the bottom of your screen. Kittle moving down to the bottom of your screen. Hughes check motion to the bottom. Debo coming around the quarterback, and he'll get the little handoff pitch end around thing for a gain of 1.
Doing
30 yards of running.
Too much for too little.
Yep. Second and 4.
1 minute pass in this fourth quarter. Every minute counts in this fourth quarter. And right now you go scoreless after 1 minute. And they just haven't moved the ball that much in 1 minute.
Yeah.
The rate right now is not looking good. Passing yards by both teams.
Handoff McCaffrey up the middle again to pick up the first down. With a total gain of 6. Maybe 5.5.
McCaffrey. If 49ers were to win, McCaffrey would be the MVP, but they're not going to. Because McCaffrey has been the most dominant player out there between both teams. The Eagles have just been put together better drives consistently.
I don't know about consistently, but they do have their drives. Huge check in motion moving to the top of your screen. And again, McCaffrey on the handoff. He'll be tripped up. Sorry, that was Kittle.
Yeah.
Wow. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage, able to stumble for about 3.
Look at these guys, these lucky mofos. They just won Super Bowl tickets. Don't know how, but they got them. Now 12 and a half minutes left. It's ticking away.
Yeah, they need to be running faster plays. You got Kittle motioning up to the top of your screen. 2 receivers. Now 1 receiver. Debo coming down to the bottom of your screen. And just kidding, he's doing a little end around again. And he'll stay on his feet for a gain of 1. It's just a lot of work.
Completely flipped over by Maddox. Maddox was engaged in a block and still was able to flip Debo for a very small gain. There's a lot of motion happening in that backfield.
I think even if he hits that corner, he only gains another yard.
I think this motion is taking way too much time pre-snap every time to only muster up 3 plays out of it. 3 yards out of it.
They're clearly not comfortable with him throwing.
No.
With Purdy throwing. Got 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 on top. McCaffrey, he'll take the handoff up the middle again. Still on his feet, getting chugged for a gain of 4. Did you see my little head nod? Just as soon as he...
I was keeping it cool until that, too. He gets chugged.
Bring up 4th and 2. They're still out on the field. I mean, you have to be at this point.
It was 11-11. We just missed it. San Fran would have wished for a comeback, but it's not going to happen. More motion. That's the second person in motion.
Second person in motion, McCaffrey. Hand off to Debo, who gets swallowed up in the backfield.
Turnover on downs. Eagles take over. Roughly 11 minutes left. And right now, Eagles will try to go for one of those 6-minute drives right here.
Yeah, I mean, you're just running. It doesn't even matter how far you get at this point.
Yep.
You're just looking to burn some amount of clock at this point.
Yeah, score.
Because you're up by 3.
Points on the board
touchdowns.
don't matter. Ideally, what you want to happen is pick up a third down for a first every time.
Yeah.
If you do one play straight down the goal line, that's the quicker time that they get the ball back. But if you can literally stretch out this field to its max and milk out the most amount of time, it'll be boring for us, but very smart for the Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. You two are awesome. Thank you.
Who was that? Thanks, Aunt Becky. Miles Sanders is still 8 yards short, so I'm hoping at least they run it with him and not feel like they have the game locked up and start putting in some bench. I noticed last drive, it was all Boston Scott back there.
Oh, yeah.
And they got Gainwell as well. So, I'm just hoping I made the right call.
Yo, I'm going to go back and rewatch that commercial. Tony Romo.
Oh, I was wondering who that was. I couldn't recognize who it was in the bucket cap.
Yeah, and then it pans out to him swinging at flowers with a golf club.
You been looking up squirrel stuff? Squirrel houses?
Squirrel stuff? No.
You got a bunch of squirrel housing things over here recommending it for you. Normally it just goes by what you search.
Maybe I need to buy a squirrel.
Right? Corey secretly wants a squirrel.
30% off.
Yeah, I was
Chewy,
like,
those are dog toys.
Yeah, the Chewy's site is for dogs, but like that's a
They don't
squirrel.
sell-
That's a squirrel. That's a squirrel. That's the squirrel house.
How do you know it's not like a...
That's a dog house
carrier?
because it pins onto the wall. It's a
What?
squirrel house.
In that
I've
little
seen-
luggage rack?
Yeah, I've seen these. These are squirrel houses.
Chewy sells squirrel.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. I've seen them in people's yards personally. They're like, it's a squirrel house. I'm like, what? You guys are housing these things now? Yeah, because you just hang that on a tree and they'll just hang out in there.
I want to know what that thing is. It looks like a knee pad.
This thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck that thing is. Looks like a boot for someone with no toes.
Like a horse boot.
Yeah! It's a hoof boot. For all you donkeys out there, you need this. You're scuffing my floors. During the comedy hour, we got an injured Eagle on the field, number 16. He looks like he's in a lot of pain.
69, Landon Dickerson.
Oh, they'll be feeling this next game for sure. He's feeling it now, but the fan base and the team in general, it looks like they've already got this game locked up. Any injuries right now almost is why.
It's a little slap to the face there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said I hope they don't, especially with this injury happening, maybe the coach is like, whoa,
Oh, God.
can't risk anymore.
Yeah. Miles Sanders with it. That's the only one we're taking out. Go.
Right. I could see it, though, with how much depth they have at that position. I could easily see it.
What other sports will you guys be commentating this year?
Me and Bryson he's been bugging me week after week after week about dabbling into basketball. So we'll for sure be commentating some Cavs basketball on Ballers on a Budget.
I want to do a different sport, but I'm not sure which one yet. Like something that'll be entertaining for just one, or I'll bring the kids on like I did last time. But I'm just not sure yet.
UFC would be amazing, but it's hard to have a companion where you expect your viewers to buy a $75 package every time.
Gainwell again bumps it out to the top of the screen for a big gain. But yeah, I'd like to do something different, like whether that's wrestling.
That wrestling would be fun.
Pretty cool.
A lot of very technical sport right there.
I'd like to get into a sport that I don't really know, so I can learn
it. Yeah.
I think commentating or
Viewers
putting
can learn
together
it
like
with
a
you.
show, like a golf show, something like that. I think that
We should do golf. That would be awesome. I think that'd be fun. Hurts in the shotgun. Gainwell wrapped up fast. That serves him right. Get Sanders out there. I've told you, I've seen just Gainwell all day so far. Halfway through the fourth, halfway through the third, and so far in the fourth, I haven't seen Sanders out there.
To answer your question, me and Cody are going to have to talk about it because, like I said, we do want to do more, but we really haven't moved on anything yet. This is also our first year counting football, so I did just want to kind of finish this season out first.
Oh yeah, but we're getting down there, and once we get our Super Bowl matchup, that's when me and Bryson will start trying to commentate some basketball. I've been setting up my own OBS for it as well. Rearranged my whole studio to get a better panned out thing so Bryson can fit in without us being shoulder to shoulder.
And that was Gainwell who got swallowed up 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage again. Here's your 3rd and 12 you were talking about. Well, not specifically 12, but here's your 3rd down you were talking about.
If they convert this...
Here. Well, look how close they are, too. They ain't even trying for a field goal.
They get first down here, though. That's another, 40, 80, 120, 160 off the clock, seconds-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Assuming no timeouts have been taken.
for the 3rd time in a row. Swallowed up. What is Greenlaw doing?
Greenlaw going crazy. Looked like he was hitting a punching bag. He was hitting the ball, though.
No, they're not going to care.
No, but when you're out there swinging like that, that's crazy. Show the replay, because that was funny.
That is hilarious.
Ball and arm. Ball and arm.
He's hitting the ball. Dead on.
Ball and arm. No, that you can see it.
Dead on, but
I was saying you can see it slide off his arm and hit the ball. He's probably got so many monkey bubbles right there. It didn't even look. Shanahan says he's going for the ball, which I agree. I don't think I'd throw a flag for it.
You shouldn't, but you get
the
a
ref,
first down.
The ref should say, like, whoa, like, you're swinging like...
So what's the difference if he's running towards you and you try to punch it out?
I think they were blowing the whistle as he was stood up.
He was doing it kind of late. I will give him that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a thing. Charles Tillman, legendary Bears corner. Peanut. I mean, he was a punching machine. He made the punch come out of the... Every time he was throwing a fist at that ball. Unnecessary flag. Gave him a first down.
You gave him a new set of downs for nothing.
Hurts signals Gainwell out to the left. And again, Gainwell gets a handoff. A no gain from Gainwell.
And again, that's the only time they've had positive yards was from that flag.
Yeah.
Now you're going to rip 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, like I said, an extra 160 seconds potentially coming off the clock before you have to boot it away.
You don't want somebody punching the ball? Guess what? Go down. You don't have to stand there. Go down to it.
Yeah. What happens when somebody comes up and tries stripping it? What do?
Yeah.
They get down. Like, hey, I'm down. He doesn't have it. Like, he can't have it. I'm down.
That's a stupid call.
It has seemed like the flags have been swaying toward the Eagles for sure.
Not enough for them to be down this much.
Yeah.
But they're definitely helping.
It definitely seems like the Eagles have gotten the benefit of the doubt multiple times today. I mean, when you get 7 points off of what shouldn't have been there to begin with, I'll give you 3, not 7. But like you said, not enough. I think San Francisco really just shot themselves in the foot with all these penalties.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It should be a 7-14 game right now.
I could definitely see that. And even then, it's San Fran just not being able to move the ball. They've had their opportunities. They've had great field position multiple times.
Yeah.
And I get Purdy was injured, but, I mean, it's football. Mentality is next man up.
Wow, he blew that line apart like it was nothing.
Gainwell loses a yard. Gainwell's probably lost more yards on this drive
Than they have total.
Then Purdy has throwing yards.
Well, I mean, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Philly lining up for a little bit of leg action here, looking to attack on
Ooh.
3. The only thing I can be excited about right now.
Right.
I don't really care. My team's out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm a fan of good football games right now, and that's it.
And this ain't one of them.
No,
I've
no.
been very upset with the majority of this game. The score looks like it was a good game.
Not even anymore. Like, I mean, it was good in the
No,
whole first
like,
half.
Even if you're an Eagles fan, you're like, oh man, they did very well. No, they didn't.
No, I don't. I think the Eagles look bad right now.
They got helped, is what they did.
Going into the Super Bowl, depending on who they face, I don't know if I can stick with them. You know what I mean? Like, you're struggling this much in the air. What's going to happen when you have to play the Chiefs or Bengals? You know you got the ground game. That's fine. That's all good and dandy. But Chiefs and Bengals actually excel in the run defense. I'm sure 49ers is their case too, the best defense in the league. But you got to start throwing the ball with Hurts. He's your main playmaker. And even though they have 31 points, I don't think this is a good outing from them. Not a good showing.
No, I would agree.
I think they got handed a win thanks to the refs and San Fran being undisciplined and injured.
I don't even know if I'd say they were handed this win, but they were, like I said before, helped in this win.
They were propelled.
They were helped way more than any other team should be.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're not a football viewer and you go back and watch these plays, this is where you get the NFL's rigged.
Yeah, I was just about to say 100%. The NFL is rigged chance will come out from 49ers fans because, I mean, yeah, the refs gave somebody points and then left off points for another team, almost back-to-back drives. So, yeah, this is where you get the NFL's rigged type stuff. Again, the safety's arguable. We don't know. But they didn't even try to review it.
There was no talk about it.
There was no attempt to give the 49ers the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, maybe they did tackle him in the end zone. Maybe his leg was down before he lunged forward. To whereas the Eagles hauls in a catch. The guy who caught it is screaming, hurry up. Why do they hurry up after a big catch? Because they're not confident in themselves that the call's going to stand.
Because you know it slipped out of your body.
That's where the ref should have slowed it down and be like, whoa, this isn't adding up. You get a big play downfield like that, most people want to take their time getting down there because let's catch their breath.
It was the first quarter. It ain't the last minutes of the fourth.
He was hurrying up so that it could be advanced, it can be on the next play, and it can be unviewable, which is exactly what they did. The refs should have been like, no.
Also,
let's look at this.
That's a huge failure on Shanahan's part. He should have been like, why are they hurrying up? That doesn't happen in 5 minutes.
That is a good thing too. Because if I would see the receiver get up yelling, let's go, I'd be like, yo, someone watch a Jumbotron for me, but he didn't watch it. And I'd have my hand on that red flag and make sure it gets out at least before they hike it. That's just me. I mean, there's reasons why I'm not in the NFL. But
but that's not one of them.
I can dissect hindsight all day. That's my special ability. And Debo running free, all that running and still only gets to the 30. Doesn't it always seem like they're running more than what's needed?
What? Here we go. Flag. They're gonna flag 49ers because dude crawled all over top of Debo.
Yeah, I'll say Eagles should be flagged on this one. No way.
But this is where you hear all the commentators. Oh, they've been chippy all game. Like,
it doesn't matter if you're gonna flag anybody. So far, they've given the benefit of the doubt to the Eagles. The game's already locked up. Like,
yeah, it's over.
To stop the NFL's rigged chance, if you're gonna throw any flag, throw it on the San Fran because Eagles.
I was gonna say
because Eagles have been chippier all game. If you're standing over a player, looking down on him, you're 90% of the time in the wrong.
Usually.
You're not on your back looking up in a
Christian McCaffrey
advantageous
taking the
position.
snap?
It was wild card.
Wildcat. Deep by Christian McCaffrey. Way overthrown. That ball was handed off 3 times in 2 seconds.
Yeah. That was...
I saw him line up. I'm like, wait, where's the quarterback?
I didn't even know Purdy wasn't out there at all.
I just got that, when they pan views. You
Yeah.
get like that behind the offense. Now Purdy will come in, and still, you're not expecting him to throw it.
He's got 22 yards, 3 attempts. They're not going to start slinging it now. Well, maybe.
Oh, McCaffrey going to run a little wheel.
Oh, you see
Nope.
that? It looked like there was even a hitch on that little short throw he threw. Looked like he tried to keep his elbow close to his body, so no extension.
Pass to Kittle just outside the line of scrimmage. How much do you think Greg Olsen has paid for that hair? Oh, how much do you think he paid for it? A ton.
Oh, jeez. If I had money like him, I'd pay for it, too.
That's Gucci hair.
Gucci hair.
That sounds awful.
Your hair's Gucci. My Gucci hair's all twisted.
That's what I'm saying. Huge check in motion. Big pitch to McCaffrey. Up to the top of the screen. He'll be brought down near the 40.
Still having a
And
Gucci
again,
hair.
we get some fighting.
The game's over. Eagles, you won. Move on. Everything you're doing is too much now. 49ers, you
This
lost.
is what I'm saying. Like, when
Move
it's
on.
clearly an Eagles penalty.
Oh! That's a 49ers penalty. Just
What I'm saying is,
body slammed him.
bench is clear.
Body slammed him.
Is that Sirianni? That's exactly what I'd be doing too. Get off of the field.
Starters are done. How much you want to bet starters are done in this game? There's no attempt at a comeback.
There's no reason it should have went on that long.
No.
Why? It's like every time the Eagles even start something or procrastinate to keep it going, they will not throw a flag. They will not.
They will wait
Until
till something else happens. Yeah.
a Niners player retaliates. And then Sirianni's going to go home and love their performance today. He deserves it. Like, come on.
Like, it was
And
all getting
42,
chippy.
Wallace threw a punch. He's getting fined.
Yeah. It's
Who in their right mind throws a punch at a football helmet, though?
It's dumb. It's their egos getting to them. I can't not throw a punch, even if it's going to make no difference and just hurt me. I'll throw a punch, dang it.
Yeah.
It's their egos getting to them. They can't not throw that punch and feel less than a man. It's usually how it is.
That just has never made sense. Or like when people like kick. I've seen people
Like Cortland Finnegan and Andre.
yeah.
But the moment they started fighting, I was like, why are you teeing off on a helmet? These things are meant to take collisions. Your little fists aren't doing nothing. But then once the helmet gets ripped off, let's swing away. Swing away. They should do what hockey players do. Like, first attempt is gloves, helmet.
And then the grabbing of the shirt.
They get partially undressed before the fight. Starter should be done. I mean, really just close down the game.
I was going to say, at this point, just don't even stop the clock. 4 kneels, just turn the ball over. Who cares? If you're the Eagles. So much has happened, I don't even know who has the ball. San Francisco.
Eagles looking dirty right now, though. They really are.
The dirtiest player in the game right there. What's his number? 74? Yep. Ndamukong Suh.
Makes sense. Yeah, there we solved it, guys. We solved it. If you have the Ndamukong Suh on your team, you're probably trash.
Yep. Waldo has been found.
The felon has been found. I don't mean to say that like that, but when you give yourself a reputation of being an idiot, a classic bonehead on the field, can't control yourself type of player.
You choked out a player and stomped on his head with cleats.
When you have that reputation and then you're found out to be on the team that has just been played dirty most of the game.
And he saw that yeah.
Gucci hair. Probably the best. That's merch.
We're going to start selling toupees and fake mustaches.
Gucci needs a flow. And another double reverse to Debo. Debo to the 30. 8-yard loss. Turning the ball over. Don't know if it's a fumble.
Get down.
Doesn't matter. It's a turnover on downs if not. This game has just became ugly in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, their performance has went from almost staying alive to just terrible.
Yeah.
Again, 30 yards of running for a loss of 3 yards. Not to mention you turned it over, you can't even keep it. But it was fourth down. 30 yards of running for you to lose 3.
What's that, a 38-point total? Still not over yet, but we have no chance of hitting our over. That's for sure. That's a win, guys. But we've also got a couple losses. I mean, boosters. They're boosted because Vegas doesn't think it has a big shot. That's the reason for it being boosted. So, I mean, it's literal gambling. And Gardner Minshew will come in. Quez Watkins is out there. I mean, like I said, starters are done. This game is over. Eagles will go to the Super Bowl.
You didn't hit your thing. Miles Sanders.
No, I also don't have an interception from Darius Slay. So
yeah. I forgot that was part of it.
I mean, we were, 8 yards short on Miles Sanders, which isn't bad.
But without that interception.
Without that interception, it doesn't matter, yeah. Everything else fell into place. It was 3 legs out of 5, and 1 leg was... Both of those other legs are insanely close.
I'm going to say 21. How far back is that?
I think
the third quarter.
Yeah, when I'm not on it, watching it, it just stops playing. It's weird. That is the funniest thing ever. See this too, look.
Oh yeah, 21, yeah.
But once I go back and then click back into it,
that's weird.
Still far behind.
That is far.
Where is Rudy? Go back. See, now it caught up.
There we go.
It's if you're not watching it the whole time, you're switching back and forth, it messes up a little bit. But
yeah, always make sure you're live, guys. You miss out on great comments like Gucci hair.
Yeah. Merch coming soon. Implants coming soon.
Looks like we're going to run down to the 2-minute mark left in the game. Eagles got it locked up. Good job on Eagles for getting a win. I just hope you play better next game.
Yeah, you have to.
You're going to need to.
And you got to play a lot cleaner than that, too, because, I mean, it's going to be the Super Bowl. There's going to be no agenda to force any team.
You're not in home field anymore.
Yeah. Philly, Eagles winning by 2.5. That hits. Philly and San Fran under 46.5. That hits. That puts us at 2-0 for that matchup. We had the parlay fall short, 3 out of 5 legs. The booster of any player getting 125 receiving yards fell short of almost 100 yards. The highest receiver had 33 yards. That's ugly.
Very ugly.
Obviously, the over 45 and Hurts getting 60 rush yards did not hit as well. Again, guys, these are all boosters. They're almost not meant to hit. They're reaches. That's literally what it is. It's a reach. If it happened to work, it worked out. First touchdown scorer, Christian McCaffrey, didn't play out as well. But see, clearly Vegas didn't think that was going to happen. They boosted it from 550 up to 600. It was already not about to happen, but... And that puts it. We lost about 3 boosters on that. close on one big parlay, which had a big payout, but ultimately what I focus on is that one matchup, no parlays. How would I be doing this in the regular season? Because I don't take parlays in the regular season, just too much moving and stuff to keep track. But finished 2-0 on the matchup between over and spread and money line. That's how I look at it. Parlays are an extra added gamble. You're literally adding a bunch of stuff that is unlikely to happen into one thing to get a big payout. So I don't like counting parlays as a loss because, well, yeah, you had like a 5% chance all those things were going to happen anyways, and you agreed on it to begin with. It's literally like playing the lottery. Very minimal chance you're going to win, but huge payout if you do.
So we're down at the 2-minute warning. Nothing's going to change, though. They're going to run this ball out. It's not really going to be interesting for anybody at this point. Eagles got it locked up. Again, hope they play better in the Super Bowl because they're going to need to. Other than that, I will pick a chat MVP for next week. I shouldn't even say next week. It's the final week.
We will have the Pro Bowl in between.
I'm not doing anything with the Pro Bowl just because it's
new flag football format.
It's going to be different. Our last live cast will be the Super Bowl. Depending on what time they show it. If it's a late game, I don't know if we're going to get too crazy with it. We're just going to have to talk about it. So we will let you know. Aside from that, Eagles get the win today. Make sure you're tuning in to the Bengals KC game.
Starts at 6:30 tonight.
Which is in about 30 minutes, basically.
Huge game.
We're just going to go ahead and sign off there again. It doesn't really matter. They're going to let it run down.
Yeah, they're giving the hugs right now. You won't miss nothing.
If you're liking the content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever you got to do. Just slap that support button, essentially, for Sports Beast, and I appreciate all the support that you guys give us. Also, if you want some more sports content, go check out Cody's channel, Ballers on a Budget, YouTube, Facebook. Also, he does a little bit of gaming every now and again.
Yeah, that's
one time.
Yeah. Bryson and I are starting back up the Ballers on a Budget gaming branch. Some NBA, some Madden, some stuff like that. Those ones we will have scheduled videos, which we will release a schedule and everything. But then other gaming, it's just going to be random Call of Duty here, Monster Hunter here, random stuff like that. Whenever I have time to just kill 30 minutes or so, you guys can join me.
So if you want some gaming content, make sure you're checking him out as well. Also, on the topic of gaming content, The Graveyard. Make sure you're showing him some love. Facebook and YouTube. Always putting out content. I think he put out like 5 videos in one day a couple days ago.
The key is consistency is his thing.
Goes
for sure.
Crazy, and you're gonna have a lot of fun watching him. So make sure you're showing him some love as well. As for now, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Peace.